Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the GRP Watch Party Edition. Ready to go for UFC 328. Back at it on a Saturday night. And yeah, second Saturday in a row. Like, what's going on here? This is crazy. Well, this is definitely a night that I would normally do a watch party anyway. As you can see, it's solo dolo today, but it's all good because, I don't mind. We don't get to do too many watch parties that are solo, so I'm good, ready to go. I want to pay full attention to this fight card anyway. So far the prelims have been pretty good. There's been a decent amount of finishes. It seemed like every time I took my eye off any of the fights while I was doing other things, next thing you know, the fight was over and somebody got finished. What's up, 78 Northwest? Welcome in, appreciate you. Looking forward to doing this as well. Always happy to hang out with you guys and chat about the fights. So hopefully we get some more people in here in a little bit, but the fights have not even started yet. They're just getting everything ramped up. As we know, it takes about 5, 10, sometimes even 15 minutes before that first fight starts. But we have 5 fights on the main card, starting off with King Green versus Jeremy Stephens. A nice old school. My dogs are going insane right now for whatever reason, but we have a nice old school style fight with Jeremy Stephens and King Green, 2 guys with a lot of experience and 2 guys that have entertaining fight styles, and the fight could end at any minute. So should be interesting, should be a fun way to start off the main card. And then we move into Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley, which that has potential to be a really great fight as well. All of these fights on this card, on this main card, are pretty damn good. Let's just hope that we don't have that, backwards effect where all of a sudden we just have some shitty main card fights after a decent prelim. So fingers crossed. I don't think there's any which way possible that the main event can go wrong. No matter who wins, I think we're going to get some excitement. These guys have super bad blood between them, Chimaev and Strickland. But before that, like I said, we got Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley, Alexander Volkov versus Waldo Cortez Costa, and then Joshua Van versus Taira in the co-main event for the Flyweight title, and also Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland for that welterweight championship. So yeah, we should be a fun card. Always makes a fun card. Oh, thank you, 78 Northwest. Appreciate you. And yeah, just happy to be here and get ready to get going with this one. Yeah, I'm just all of the hype, all of the lead up, everything else going into this fight card. It definitely has some excitement and some hype behind it. So can't wait for it to get started, and we'll see what kind of fights we get for this main card. Like I was saying, the prelims had some decent finishes, some decent fights. Started off with Clayton Carpenter versus Jose Ochoa, and Ochoa gets the win there by decision. Bysingor Susukairev versus Jordan Santos. Susukairev gets the 3rd round submission in that one. Pat Sabatini versus William Gomes. That was a good back and forth fight. Gomes put up a decent fight, but Pat Sabatini came out with the decision win. And then we had Roman Kopylov versus Marco Tulio. That was a good fight too. Tulio was doing well. He won the first round. Kopylov came out and wobbled Tulio on his feet in the second round and pretty much won that second round. And then it was a battle in the third. And I mean, it was a fun fight, but Kopylov came out on top. Tulio put some work in at the end there, but it wasn't enough to get him the win. Then we moved into the next part of the prelims where we had Jim Miller coming out with a submission in the first round, 3 minutes and 27 seconds in. Do you think Atiba can finish Izzy? Unfortunately, I think so. But can Izzy be a good vet and use his knowledge, fight IQ, and everything else that he's got working for him to stay away from Atiba's power and skill? That's the question. If he could do that, he might be able to beat Gauthier, but he just can't let Gauthier touch him because if he does, we've seen what happens already. Kopylov, not Kopylov, but Dolidze and Strickland, and did he get dropped by DDP? I think he did. But yeah, we've seen him just kind of get dropped way too many times. So I think we're at that point where if Izzy gets hit with a solid flush shot against, especially against a power striker like Gautier, yeah, he's got a good chance of finishing Izzy. So it's a damn shame because I don't like admitting that because I like Izzy a lot. But what can I say? I mean, it's the truth. It's facts. And I would love to be proven wrong by Izzy and see that if that fight were to happen, see Izzy go out there and just wreck Gautier. But I don't know that that would happen. He could win by decision or something, but I don't know that he'd go in there and run through him. But another skilled vet, Jim Miller, still doing the damn thing. I think he's like 42 years old or some shit like that. And he's still getting wins against younger guys like Jared Gordon. You know, he's got a lot of experience under his belt as well. And he's a great fighter. But Jim Miller came out with the submission in the first round, 3 minutes, 29 seconds in, and gets that win. We move into another submission. This is 3 submissions in a row here. Grant Dawson versus Mateusz Rebecki. Dawson gets the 3rd round submission over Rebecki. That wasn't like the greatest battle or anything like that. Jim going to fight until he's 50. He had no doubt. And he's fought in UFC 100, 200, 300. He says he'll be there for 400. So yeah, it was really cool. Jim Miller, I mean, he definitely seemed like he had some emotion behind that win. I think every win from this point on for him is going to be emotional. You know, he knows that he's at that, like that end of his career where, you know, he's still fighting, he's still going, but he knows that the end is near. And I think it's just going to be, every win's going to be special for him. So, and it's cool to see him win. He's a good guy, and I don't mind watching him fight. And he's still getting finishes. Submission win in the first round. Hell yeah, against Jared Gordon. Next up, we had another submission. Grant Dawson versus Rebecki, like I said. 3rd round submission for Dawson. Rebecki always gets hit, always gets bloodied up, and any fight he's in, it doesn't matter. So Dawson was able to get the best of him and take him down, submit him, or get him down to the ground and submit him, and then get that win in the 2nd round. Or I'm sorry, the 3rd round. Then we moved to the next fight, which was a submission as well. Joel Alvarez versus Yaroslav Amosov. 2nd round finish for Amosov by submission as well. So yeah, he comes in and puts on a good performance, gets the finish in the 2nd round. Let me check and see something real quick. Arm triangle choke for Amosov for that finish. And that puts him at 2-0 in the UFC. He submitted Neil Magny with the anaconda choke in the 1st round in his first fight in the UFC. So Amosov's doing pretty damn well over here in the UFC so far, and that's good to see. Yo, what up, CSD? What up, Phil? How you doing? Hope all is well, man. Good to hear from you. The party's here. Yeah, I'm just I'm excited for these fights, man. Feels like one of those fight cards that, you know, especially with the lead up, the press conference and stuff, it definitely feels like one of those fight cards that has potential to be really, really good, really exciting, and maybe some historic type fights. Maybe that's going a little too far, but I do feel like it's going to be a good fight card, and I think that we're going to have some great fights on this main card. So some pretty good finishes in those prelims, as well as Gautier getting that KO win over who the hell was he fighting? Why did I just forget that? Ozzy Diaz, that's right. Thibaut Gautier getting the win over Ozzy Diaz by KO, overhand right. You know, when he connects with that overhand right, man, it's game over. If he lands flush on you, you got to be a tough motherfucker if you're not getting knocked out by that one. Feels like the real UFC event, like back in the day. Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. And it fucking feels good to have a card feel that way too. I actually watched a TikTok yesterday or earlier this morning where it was like a comparison of the things that Strickland is saying to Chimaev and that Chimaev saying to Strickland. And they kind of mashed it up with the Khabib versus Conor type shit. Holy fuck, man! I was like, that was really well done. And there's a lot of things that both of these kind of beefs have in common. So that was a well done TikTok. I probably should have reposted it. I don't remember if I did. I think I saw it this morning, like early when I first woke up. I'm with you. The energy of the card so far seems to be on point for something special. Yeah, man. Sometimes you just feel that. And I hate when I'm wrong about it, because then I have like a, you know, too high of an expectation and I get let down easily by the fights being shitty. But I'm hoping that that's not the case for this one. But yeah, Gauthier calling out Izzy after that win. He's 11-1 now, and that puts him, I think that puts him on a pretty damn good win streak in the UFC. I think he's 5-0 in the UFC now. His last win was his only decision win. Every other fight in the UFC has been a finish, all by TKO as well. And if I remember correctly, in the UFC, he's finished every single fight in the first round except for this one, went to the second. Besides that one decision for him. So Gauthier he's nice with it, man, and he's definitely somebody to look out for. So that's somebody we're gonna be seeing moving up in the rankings and getting some pretty good opponents in the near future. So is anybody else's Paramount Plus kind of lagging and shit, or is that just me? Sometimes I swear Paramount Plus just has it out for me. I didn't have any problems on the stream last Saturday, so I'm wondering if I need to just switch some things up here. I'm going to do that real quick before we get started, because I do not want to miss any part of these fights. Oh shit. Okay. I thought it just went out completely. There we go. Let's see if that makes a difference. Sometimes I noticed that depending on the screen I have it on, I think one of my screens is better than the other, which is kind of crazy. But I'm definitely just happy to have all of this that I have in front of me and be able to do this stuff. Man, stuff is just not working for me right now. What the hell is going on? The stream here in Washington State is good this evening so far, looking like the last fight card. Okay. Yeah, it might just be something going weird with my stuff, but we'll be okay. It's looking better now. We got 5 fights on this main card, like I said, and you know, it's always one of those things when we have 2 title fights on the card. You know, it might feel like the card goes fast, but once we hit that first title fight, if we get past like the second round, then it just feels like it drags on, depending on how the fights actually go. So I'm hoping for some excitement here, and yeah, I'm ready to get it started. I do know once I get this figured out, which I'm about there, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor, Noctane smelling salts, of course. Let me turn off this fan so I can get myself a nice whiff of some smelling salts, because as usual, I got to thank them for sponsoring me. Got the red cap here, nice and potent, good fresh bottle here. I'm about to get myself a nice big whiff and wake up and be alert. I've been doing all kinds of shit. As the prelims were going on, I was making food and shit, made some wings and stuff like that. And I ate kind of fast. So, because I was running out of time, I just was poorly timed today. So, but I'm here ready to go, and I got my food in beforehand too, so I can sit here and not have to worry about, you know, being hungry and shit. So we'll see how it goes. But now it's time to wake up and hit those smelling salts. Here we go. Oh, woo! I'm sure I'm gonna have to hit that one more time, sometime in the middle of this. Oh my god, that's lingering. Oh wow, I just put that towards my nose and it smells here. Holy shit, I'm trying to kill myself here. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, so Noctane smelling salts, scan that QR code on the screen. There's a link in the description below, as usual, on all of my videos. You can check that out, and go get yourself a bottle of Noctane. Thank you for the sponsorship. Appreciate it, Noctane smelling salts. And yeah, that is that. I am gonna move some stuff around here because my stream is just, I don't know what's going on, man. It's like buffering. I'm glad it's doing it now and not during my regular stream, or not during the regular fights, I should say. But yeah, what's everybody's picks in the chat? Who do we got for the two main we'll start with the co-main and the main event. Who you got? Taira versus Joshua Van for that flyweight championship. Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland for the welterweight championship. I mean, welterweight? What the fuck am I talking about? Middleweight. Did I say welterweight earlier too? I think I might have. Middleweight championship. I did that last night. I was talking to somebody last night, and they were talking to me about the fight, asking me who I was going for, and then they were like, "Isn't Khamzat the guy that like broke that guy's head or something like that?" And I'm like, all I can think of is Van and Strickland. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking as well. Well, actually, I'm hoping Strickland wins, but I honestly, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get the win over Khamzat. I don't know why I automatically said that's what I'm thinking. I think I picked Khamzat. But is Strickland going to be over emotional in this fight and it's gonna cost him, or did he get under Khamzat's skin enough to maybe get Khamzat to fight his fight? That's why this fight's exciting, because I'm not exactly sure which way the fight's gonna take place, because if either one of these guys comes out there over emotional, I think it's going to be a detriment to them. So Sean Strickland's just been talking mad shit as always. Khamzat's just been laughing at him, talking shit back, and it doesn't seem like he's getting too serious about it, but also he's the one that threw the kick. Maybe he's trying, it's like reverse psychology back and forth with these guys. They're like both fucking in with each other's heads. So which one is it really going to affect during the fight? Or will it affect either one of them? And Sean Strickland has good takedown defense too. But we saw, what's up, Antoine? We saw, DDP take him down a few times, but Strickland doesn't get held down. So that might be where Chimaev gets frustrated, and maybe that's what makes things change the course of the fight. But that's why we watch, because we're gonna find out soon enough. But yeah, I was talking to what I was saying was I was talking to somebody about Chimaev, and they said that about breaking somebody's head or some shit like that, and I was just like, I try not to be a dick and be like, no, that's not right. That wasn't that guy. And I was just like, I'm not sure. I remember MVP with the flying knee to Cyborg's head and caving in his skull. So I was like, but I don't remember anything about Chimaev. Well, then I remembered today. I was like, oh shit, he's talking about Robert Whittaker when he fucking pushed in his teeth. The thing that threw me off is that he said he broke his head or broke his skull or some shit like that. So, if you're somebody who watches all the fights and keeps up with everything and continuously watches everything, you start to, somebody has to kind of say the right words. Otherwise you're like, I don't know that happened. And you don't want to be rude about it, but at the same time, you want to kind of correct them and let them know actually what happened. So yeah, it threw me off a little bit, and I hate that my memory doesn't serve me well at the right times sometimes. But I did have basically the guy that kind of oversees everything we do at work, that he was asking me questions about these fights and a couple fights on this card, and luckily my brain worked for me then, because I was able to rattle off everything I knew. And it felt pretty good because my brain likes to fail me. Do you think Sean can stuff the takedowns? I do think he can have good takedown defense. He's going to get taken down, but is he going to get taken down every single time? I don't know. I think he has good takedown defense. More than anything, I think he doesn't get held down very often. So I think he's got a good chance of bouncing back even if he does get taken down. But it's just a matter of, what is he going to let Khamzat get away with? And what is Khamzat is he going to, inflict everything on him to, inflict his will on him basically and do what he wants to do. Because that's what Khamzat seems to do to everybody. That's what he did to DDP. But he's had trouble doing that to other people in the past that have decent takedown and don't let themselves get held down. So maybe Sean gets lucky with this one and is skilled enough to be able to keep that from happening to him. Did you see the controversy on Khamzat making weight? I didn't catch the specifics on this scale. Yeah, here's the thing. I watched the video like 5 minutes after he weighed in, and I was like, that was kind of fast. That they called it that he made weight, and I kept seeing that he was the last one to make weight. He only had 30 minutes left. He only had 15 minutes left or something like that. And then he goes in and weighs in, and it's like super fast. He gets off the scale quick, and then they tell him to get back on. But the thing is somebody slowed it down, and when he stepped on that scale, they didn't even move anything. They had it on 185. They didn't move anything, and you can see the scale kind of tip up and tip down, and it never really settled. And then he steps off, and then they tell him to get back on to take the pictures, and that was it. They said, oh, 185, you're good. So everyone, that's the controversy. Everyone seems to think that Khamzat probably missed weight. They didn't let the scale settle. And, you know, even Strickland said himself that he didn't make weight. He obviously had trouble. So I think even if he wins here, he's probably going to be moving up, because I don't see him continuing to defend this title if he's having that much problems making weight. Sure, he made the weight, but did he make it legitimately? I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough thing. So yeah. What up, Zaza? How you doing? Will the fight be streamed here? No, I mean, you can watch it on Paramount Plus if you have it. It's free. I mean, if you have a subscription, it's free. You don't have to pay anything extra. But I cannot stream it on the channel because YouTube doesn't like that, and Paramount Plus doesn't want me streaming that here. They want people going to their platform. So unfortunately, no, I will not stream the fight. But if you don't have a way to watch the fight, I will keep you up to date on what's going on. Because any links? No, I don't have any links because, like I said, it's Paramount Plus. So yeah, I don't have any links. I'm sorry. But, you know, maybe somebody sees it in the chat and can hook you up, help you out. We'll see. Stick around. Maybe somebody will hook you up. But, yeah, other than that, I wish I could stream the fight. You know, that'd be cool to actually be able to watch with everybody, like, on stream. But, you know, Paramount Plus has to get their viewers. The UFC has to get their viewers. So they definitely don't want anybody else streaming it. And there's really no point anymore. I mean, of course, not everybody has a subscription to Paramount Plus, and I fully understand that. But it is a hell of a lot cheaper than it used to be. I would say TikTok likes to keep people up to date, so that might be a good place to check. But, you know, you'll get up to date information on there if you take a look and look around. When it start, bro? It's about to start right now. We have Bobby Green walking up to the cage right now, and Jeremy Stephens already in the cage, so it's about to get going. Thank you all for being here, by the way. If you do nothing else while you're here, even if you were here to watch the stream, and like I just said, I can't stream it, but I'll be giving you play-by-play and keeping you up to date on what's going on with the fights. So if you're here, if you don't mind, just drop a like in that, you know, on the video for me. That would help me out and keep my page going, and you know, it helps out the page, so I'd appreciate that. As I said, Green versus Stephens, they're in the cage now. Here's your matchup. How long is the fight starting? It's about to start right now. We got the matchup right here. I got this on the screen for you. A couple of stats and stuff on there for you. And we got the fight starting. Bruce Buffer is announcing right now. You got to go watch on Paramount Plus. It's on Paramount Plus. So, yeah, hopefully you have that. If you have Paramount Plus, go check it out. It's on there right now. You don't have to pay anything extra if you already have Paramount Plus. Khamzat fight, man. If you're a Khamzat fan, yeah, I understand. Where can I watch it? I'm not exactly sure. Where you can watch it, but like I said, I'll keep you up to date as much as I can here, and so you can watch a lot of highlights. They post them pretty quickly on TikTok, so you might be able to go find something like shortly after it happens, or you know, it might keep you pretty much up to date. But yeah, other than that, you can listen to the play-by-play here until you do find a way to watch. And yeah, other than that, I wish I could show it to you guys, but I definitely can't. So I apologize. But it's not my rules, and I have to follow the rules because I want to keep my channel on good standings. So cheers to everybody out there. If you're having a drink watching the fights, cheers to you. Even if you're not, hopefully you get a way to watch them. And I feel like they're going to be some good fights. And we're starting off with Bobby Green versus Jeremy Stephens. If you see in the top right-hand corner above the chat box, I always have the, hey, I appreciate that. Thank you for coming to my channel. Subscribe if you don't mind. And I'll keep you up to date and then give you all the news and stuff like that. Previews, recaps, watch parties, everything like that happens here. And yeah, I like to chat with everybody too. So if you're in here and you got questions, hit me up. But make sure you like the video while you're here as well, please. And subscribe if you don't mind. Appreciate it. Here we go. About to get started with round one. The ring girls out the cage. King Green versus Jeremy Stephens. Let's get this shit going. Here we go. Start of round one right now. King Green with his hands down as usual. Stephens pressing forward. Oh. King Green with the kicks. Early teep kicks. And he's talking shit like he always does right away during the fight. Jeremy Stephens with a big overhand right, but he missed. I'm expecting some big shots coming from Stephens, but King Green's definitely going to try to wear him out with those kicks, kicking the leg, and the movement. Keep Jeremy Stephens moving around and keep him guessing. Green's hands are always down, so that's always an awkward style to fight against. You're not sure where those hands are going to be coming from when they're not right out in front of your face. Ooh, they exchanged some punches right there. Stephens hit him on the top of the head, it looked like. Green just keeps coming with those kicks. Nothing super effective yet, but he's still getting those kicks in there. Ooh, good head movement from King Green so far, with Jeremy Stephens throwing some big punches. King Green, man, that style of his with the hands down. I mean, sometimes it seems so effective and good, but sometimes it just seems like a detriment to him. Jeremy Stephens wraps him up after a couple punches landed for King Green. It seems like, oh, big right hand off the clinch for Stephens. Green's throwing his hands up, talking shit as always. He never stops, man. He never stops. Continuously talks shit. Oh my God, what just happened? I just clicked off. There we go. Damn it. I did not mean to do that. Thankfully, it came back quickly. Ooh. Good jab by Bobby Green. King Green. Whatever. You know. And now he's feeling himself a little bit. Ooh, good combination. Looks like Jeremy Stephens might be. Ooh. Oh, that was a low blow. Oh, that was a low blow. Green knew it right away, too. He tried to apologize quickly. And Stephens is in some pain. Damn, that sucks. I hate the low blows when they happen early, man. That was definitely a shot, though. Oh, hold on. I mean, it was a grazing shot, but I think Green felt it when he kicked him. He felt that cup on the kick. It was kind of grazing up the front. He still landed on his midsection, but it did graze that cup, and I'm sure that hurt. When will the main event is going to start? I haven't slept all night. Not to wait this long. Yeah, unfortunately, we're barely on the first fight of the main card, and we have 5 fights on the card. So, yeah, it's going to take a little bit, man. It'll probably be a couple hours before that main event starts. We have a title fight before it as well, which will be 5 rounds. And we're only in the first round of the first fight on the main card. Yeah, man, sorry. You might want to take a little nap and set an alarm to wake up. Because, yeah, it's going to be a minute. They're giving Jeremy Stephens some time right now to recover from the low blow. It's been 1 minute and 15 seconds so far. Stephens says he's good. Here we go. Back to action. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left. Yeah, man, don't forget to set that alarm. Set a couple so you don't stay asleep. Here we go. Bobby Green talking some shit after saying he was sorry. And he keeps going with those kicks. Jeremy Stephens with a good low kick there too. Oh, Green just keeps popping him with these really good jabs, man. And those are going to be super effective, and you know, if he keeps landing them. Bobby Green takes down Stephens, and Stephens is on his back. I was a little behind there because I was like, what the fuck? Now Stephens just Green's just unloading on Stephens on the ground. He looks like he's defending himself decently so far, but Green's just coming with the punches. I would say like 2 hours probably before we get to that main event. Unless things go really fast. Green dropping some elbows on Stephens. I would be safe to be safe. I would go like an hour and a half, man. Honestly, hour and a half. Yeah, Green looks like he's slowing down a little bit on those punches. Stevens tries to wrap up the arm, looking for a possible Kimura. Yeah, it doesn't look like he has the right position, but he's definitely going for it, trying to slow down Green. He's got at least, he turned it back. Oh, shit. Nope, Green got out of it. How can I watch it there? I can't see none right now. You just got to look for the UFC. It's usually on the front page. You just go to the UFC thing that says UFC 328. Click on it. Hit watch live. It's going to take you to a guide. You got to go down to where it says UFC 328 again. Hit watch live again. King Green with the choke. And it looks like Stevens is donezo. That's it. Stevens gets submitted. Bobby Green with the win. And I keep calling him Bobby, but it's King Green. But yeah, it should be on that front page. It should be on that front page. That's really all I can say. And you might have to click through a couple things, but it'll come up for you. Damn, King Green looked good in that fight, man. Landed those really good jabs, all of the kicks to the body, and yeah, it was a great performance for him. Even with the low blow in between there. Jeremy Stevens looked like he was ready to throw some big blows in there, and he was throwing big shots, but King Green with the head movement, with the footwork, and he was just feeling himself early, was able to stay confident, stay dominant. When was the last time King got a submission? I'm not sure. That's a good question. 78. Let me take a look, because I'm actually interested myself to find out when the last time he got a submission. Let me see. TKO, decision. Sub, Tony Ferguson, 2023. Performance of the night bonus against Tony Ferguson at UFC 291. Third round submission with only 6 seconds left in that third round as well. So yeah, it's been a minute since King Green got a sub for sure. So good call on that one, 78. No problem. Appreciate you. That's definitely something I would have thought about as well. Like, when was the last time? Because yeah, it has been a minute, obviously, since he's gotten a submission. So that's a great win for King Green. On top of that, that now puts him at a 3-fight win streak. He got a decision win over Lance Gibson, a split decision win, but it was a win for him against Lance Gibson, which looked pretty good for him considering what Lance Gibson did in his next fight out. Where he looked pretty good himself. And then he got the TKO versus Daniel Zellhuber in the second round in his last fight. Now he's got a first round submission with the rear naked choke on Jeremy Stevens at UFC 328 here tonight. So King Green looking good on a nice little win streak now. We'll see what he gets next. Jeremy Stevens, I don't know. He's been back and forth between boxing, bare knuckle boxing. Now he's, been back at the UFC a couple times now. We'll see if he's really gonna be back in the UFC, or if he's just gonna kind of keep going back and forth. It looks like he has his gloves off right now, so I wonder if that means he might retire. Yeah, that looks like holding the gloves in his hand as he's gonna retire. But we'll see. Official decision. King Green, submission. Jeremy Stevens kind of just walked off, but we'll see if he sticks around. Let's see what King Green has to say. King Green talking to Hunter and Dana. What's he calling for? Oh, he just went to tell him that he's the most exciting guy. Oh, he needs to tell him because he wants a bonus. he's saying because he didn't get a bonus for his Huber fight, he had to make sure that they knew that he's one of the most exciting guys to ever step foot in the cage. That's interesting. King Green always comes up with some shit to say. Great performance for him though against Jeremy Stephens. I mean, there's nothing else to it, man. Stephens just he wasn't able to catch up to King Green, and King Green put the work in on him. Mic drop for King Green. He didn't really say a whole lot. He just said, "You got to kill me to stop me," or some shit like that. But you know, he's always got something to say. He's entertaining though. He's an exciting fighter. He definitely makes it fun. Win or lose, you know, there's some excitement going on there. When he is losing though, it does seem like he just kind of is a little lackluster. Ooh, DDP in the building. Bo Nickel in the building as well. Bo Nickel looking crazy with the hair now, huh? Yeah, so first round finish in the first fight of the main card. Not too bad. That's a decent look for the card, considering we went into the main card with 1, 2, 3, 4 finishes, and now this makes 5 finishes in a row on this card right now. Not to mention the earlier finishes. Actually, it was only 1 submission in the first 4 fights. So 6 finishes on this card so far. That's pretty goddamn good if you ask me. That's definitely what we like to see. So we'll see if this main card can keep up that momentum. Because next up we got Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley. And this should be an interesting fight because Joaquin Buckley, explosive, athletic, you know, great striking, great all-around fighter, but so is Sean Brady. And Sean Brady brings the hammers in the hands. He's got some heavy hands, and he's definitely a skilled fighter. So, did you catch the White House press conference shenanigans? I sure did. Josh Hogan making a fucking fool of himself as usual. And he gets escorted out because he just wouldn't sit down and shut the fuck up. and he's got Ilia Topuria riled up, and Hogan wasn't having none of it. Topuria wasn't having none of it. They were about to get into it. Poatan stands up and just kind of is like, "What the fuck's happening here, man? Stop this shit." But it almost looked like he stood up because he got about sick of it and maybe was going to do something. I don't know. They held him back. He put his hands up like, "Hey, what the fuck?" But yeah, Justin Gaethje had some interesting things to say, talking about, you know, his first fight ever was outside. Now one of his last fights ever will be outside. One of his last fights. So that was interesting to hear. We'll see. If he wins the title, maybe he just relinquishes it right away and retires on top, which wouldn't be bad for him. He's taking a lot of punishment, and you definitely don't want to see him go out on his back, getting knocked out over and over again. And, you know, we've seen him get knocked out a couple times, especially that big one against Max Holloway. So it was interesting to hear him say that, which means he's thinking about retirement already. Is that a big factor? He's kind of going in acting like he's got nothing to lose, it seems like. But, you know, unifying the belt, it's a big thing. He became the interim champ. Now he's going to unify that belt and become the undisputed against Ilia Topuria. Super dangerous opponent. Obviously, we know Ilia coming up from featherweight to lightweight. And, yeah, he's definitely skilled. Definitely has everything that you need to be a champion. And he's shown and proved that in 2 different divisions. So now it's time for him to, you know, show what he has in the lightweight division against one of the guys that's been around for a long time. And while he suffered a few KOs of his own, he's shown a lot of great, you know, promise in that division. A lot of great fights, a lot of great finishes, heavy hands. Definitely has a puncher's chance like anyone does against Topuria, but Topuria is super skilled. He's got, he's got skills everywhere. And Topuria is just fast, and he's got power himself. We've seen him already knocking out people like Max Holloway, knocking out people like, Oliveira. So it's going to be a tough fight for Gaethje, but you never know. Gaethje comes out with some shit sometimes where, you know, he lands those uppercuts like we're seeing right now on the screen. He lands those flying knees. He definitely has a lot of ways to get a win. The kicks are dangerous as well. So will we see the infamous backflip as he unifies the title and becomes undisputed champion and becomes the first one to maybe beat Ilia Topuria, or will Topuria just keep being the dominant champion that he's been? That's the question. And, you know, sometimes when these dominant champions are on top, those are the times that they wind up falling, right? You know, and those are the times that they wind up on a losing streak because they're so high up there and they're so far and away above everyone else that someone comes in, stops them, finishes them, and then they struggle to get back on track in the win column and stuff like that. We've seen it happen multiple times with super, you know, dominant champions. But will Ilia Topuria be that? I don't know. You know, he is overly confident, but for a reason, because he's shown and proved what he can do. So will he be too confident and take Justin lightly, or will he just fight like he always does and be dominant and get a finish? I don't know. Won't be the first one to finish Gaethje like it was for Max Holloway and Oliveira, but, you know, if he finishes him in a big way, it's just putting an extra exclamation mark on top of what he's already done in his career. So there's definitely a lot to look at there, as well as the other fights. You know, we got Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dawkins, Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia. I'm super interested in that one. Of course, we got the big mouth Josh Hokett, won't shut the fuck up, super cringe. A lot of people like it. I don't know. I really don't. But it is what it is. When you have to get escorted out because you're fucking with everybody and they'd rather get you out of there than take out the guy who's coming after you, I think that says a little bit of something, especially when you won't just sit the fuck down and shut up and let other people talk. Yeah, I don't know. That says a little something, like maybe they're just a little sick of his shit too. We don't have UFC in Canada. Oh, damn. That sucks. I'm sorry, man. I wish I should have asked you. Yeah, I have another guy that's in here on that's from Canada as well, Tyler Fish. And unfortunately, yeah, he can't get it on Paramount Plus either. I'm sorry, man. That sucks. I would have steered you clear of that if I would have known you were in Canada, man. I'm sorry. I apologize, but I'll keep you up to date here. So if you want to stick around, tune in. You know, like I said, sometimes if you go to TikTok on check out some of their lives and stuff, you know, people are in there, you know, talking and stuff too. But keep this on in the background as well, because just giving you a heads up, might be able to find some stuff there. And yeah, TikTok's a good resource sometimes. So, but when it comes down to it, I'll keep you up to date because I'm watching the fights live here right now, and I'll be talking about all of them as they go on. And anything else anyone else wants to talk about. So I apologize, man. I wish I would have known you were in Canada. I definitely would have let you know. We got Chris Weidman. Is he oh, we got Weidman versus Silva getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, maybe? I really hope Steve Garcia does well. I'm a fan. Yeah, definitely. Me too, man. For sure, 78. That's one of my... I'm interested in that fight. I like Diego Lopez, but Steve Garcia, ever since that last fight and just having watched, you know, his previous fights and how he carries himself and the fact that he got on this White House card, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing him put on a good performance. And if he gets a big win at the White House, that would do wonders for his career. And I think that'll really make him stand out, especially against somebody like Diego Lopez. Maybe it's just Chris Weidman being inducted into the Hall of Fame. I guess it is. Damn, man, these were the days. I didn't even like Chris Weidman that much when he was like on top like this, but I did feel like he, you know, he was a good champion looking back at it, you know, and it sucks that he, you know, hurt his leg like he did. He had so many issues with the leg, infections and issues with it healing and stuff like that. It took him so long to get back, man. And the fact that he broke his leg like Anderson did is just, it's so crazy. But I guess his was worse. Do you know how many more minutes until the fight? The next fight, I think it's probably going to be within the next 5 to 10 minutes, probably. I'm with you. Steve comes off as such a talented, humble person, and it's all about his family too. Yeah, 100%, man. He's just one of those guys that, you know, he'll talk shit if he has to, but for the most part, he's pretty humble, and he gets in there and lets his fighting do the talking. Good for Chris Weidman, man, especially with everything he's been through. He was a good champ. He was a good champ for sure. And, you know, beating Anderson like he did, beating all the other legends like he did, he definitely deserves it. Oh, yeah, we're in Newark, New Jersey, too. That makes sense why they're doing it here. It's pretty good, man. It's always tough to watch these guys, you know, start crying and shit. Like, I know people make fun of them and talk shit, but when they're getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, I don't see how you couldn't show some emotion. And, you know, especially with everything he's been through, it's really good to see. He's definitely one of those guys that I followed. Even though, like I said, I wasn't really it's because I was such a big Anderson Silva fan, and I didn't really like the way he handled himself after that, you know, the leg break thing. But I kind of come to understand all the situation and how it worked out. You know, the way that Uriah Hall handled the situation when Chris Weidman broke his leg while fighting Uriah Hall was kind of the way that people thought Chris Weidman should have handled it. And because he didn't handle it that way, he got a lot of hate. But I understand it from both sides, you know. And I just think that he's a good dude. He's a lot better dude than I thought initially. And, you know, sometimes that happens. You know, sometimes you just get rubbed the wrong way by somebody, or they beat your favorite fighter, and you just can't help but to just dislike them a little bit. But when they win you over, it's a cool thing, man. It's a cool thing to know that you know, you can let all that go and just be a fan. Just be a fan. And sometimes I got to remind myself about that with people like Strickland and Hokett. While I don't ever see them being able to win me over like Weidman did, like Matt Taira did back in the day, like, you know, there's been a lot of guys out there that I just didn't like the way they carried themselves, the way that they talked, the way that they handled wins and losses and shit like that. But in the end, when they get older and they get out of the game, you start to really get to know them as a person. And it seems, you know, because you get to see a lot more of them other than just fighting and training. So you get to learn a little more about them, and it kind of changes your mind a little bit. So I'm not opposed to having somebody change my mind, whether it be about an idea, about a moral, the way that you carry yourself, a decision you make or something like that, or just a stance you have on something or what you stand for overall. I'm not opposed to having my mind changed. Doesn't mean I'm a flip-flopper. I'll stand for what I believe in. But at the same time, I understand that you can't be married to everything that you think, because you might not always be right. And I think that's one of those things that you have to be able to recognize, that maybe you had it wrong. You know what I mean? And maybe you're holding a personal vendetta for whatever reason. For me, a good example of that is on the opposite side is John Jones. Like, I had a personal vendetta against John Jones. Not that he gives a shit or anybody else does, but my issue with John Jones has always been because, you know, I had tickets to go to a UFC fight in Las Vegas, a pay-per-view, a championship fight, and, you know, it was the first fight ever to get canceled completely because John Jones would not fight Chael Sonnen when Chael Sonnen was going to step in after Dan Henderson got injured. And so that screwed up. That was my honeymoon. My wife was nice enough to get us tickets, surprised me. It was great. We were ready to go. And we couldn't go because John Jones wouldn't fight. So that was my personal vendetta with him. And it's just over and over and over again, he's proven to me that he's just an annoying piece of shit sometimes as a person. Now, I've seen him be a good person, and see him be like a decent human here and there, but a lot of the things that he does is just outstanding in a bad way. and you know, hitting his wife, doing crazy shit in front of his kids. Everybody makes mistakes, but he tends to make these mistakes over and over and over again. And that's why he's one of those people that I just can't let that grudge go. So no matter how many people want to talk about him being the GOAT, I fully understand why you think he's the GOAT. But I think between the steroid allegations and, you know, he popped dirty legitimately, and whether picograms or not, and all the bad shit that he's done outside of the cage, and then the way that he carries himself, yeah, he's got really good skills and he's proven himself in the cage over and over and over again. But he's just somebody I can't get over that. I felt bad for him when his mom died. I felt bad for him when his brother died. But, you know, to me, Jon Jones is just one of those guys that I just can't get past that, because he continuously shows me that he's a shitty person. So maybe that's just something that I need to get over at some point in time. But again, I'm not opposed to having my mind changed if he becomes an even better person and shows a lot and doesn't have any more of these controversies and stupid shit happening to him because of stupid mistakes and decisions that he makes outside of the cage. Then, you know, I could have my mind changed later down the road and feel differently. But for now, that's how I feel about him. But Chris Weidman's one of those guys, good example of me thinking he's a good dude now, and I like him, and I think he deserves being in the Hall of Fame. And good for him. So congrats to Chris Weidman for being inducted into the Hall of Fame, especially with everything he did as a champion, becoming the champion and defending multiple times, and then coming back from big adversity like breaking his leg and all the issues that he had with that. I got a gnat in here. Anyway, that was my rant. It took up plenty of time because we're about to get started with the second fight of the night on the main card. Next up, we got Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley. They're getting ready to make their walkouts. Joaquin Buckley is first. And yeah, like I said, if you're here, please make sure you hit that like button before you get off of the stream. If you're not going to stick around, I'd appreciate at least a like. Otherwise, subscribe if you like what you're watching. And jump in that chat, man. The chat is open. We like to talk about the fights happening here. And when the chat gets going and we get to talking, it's always fun. So don't be scared to interact. Jump in. Questions, comments, you know, whatever you feel, let me know. Try to keep it nice, but, you know, I understand sometimes you have your feelings. And you can tell those, but hopefully it's not too bad. I'm definitely ready for this fight, though. I think Sean Brady has a good chance against Joaquin Buckley, but Buckley, like I said earlier, explosive, super athletic, as you can see by his physique and his build. We've seen him get some really great knockouts. We've seen him get knocked out. So Sean Brady can definitely knock some people out. He's got some good hands on him, but it's definitely a interesting fight and an interesting matchup. Oh, man. Are you not in the U.S., Hairspray? Because if you are in the U.S., the easiest thing to do is to get Paramount Plus and watch it there with no problems or issues. But other than that, no, I don't have a link, man. I'm so sorry. But maybe somebody else will be able to help you out in the chat if they see your comment. So stick around. We'll see if somebody gets you in there. In India, yeah. Unfortunately, outside of the U.S., yeah, obviously it's not free on Paramount Plus. So I apologize. I wish I had something for you. But unfortunately, I don't. TikTok is always a good resource. If you engage in TikTok, you can go check out their lives over there. Sometimes they might be able to help you out, or somebody might be able to get you something. Can I use a VPN? I'm sure you could. A VPN's a good way to possibly get it done. Use that VPN, get Paramount Plus. It's not that expensive. It's like $12 or $15, and you can, if that VPN will work for you, then yeah, you can watch the fights. All you have to do is pay that subscription, and it's less than what a pay-per-view used to be. You know what I'm saying? Pay-per-view used to be $80 for us, at least. So, you know, 10 or 15 bucks, bro, you can't. No, you can't use a VPN. I tried. Oh, shit. Damn. Yeah, I thought about that, man. MHM, I'm not sure how to say your name or what it is, but yeah, sorry, Hairspray. I wish I could help you out more, man, but I appreciate the support over here. And MHM said you know the VPN doesn't work, that he tried, but that's unfortunate. You know, you used to be able to put any location in a VPN and you can just be eligible to get whatever, you know, is worth it, but unfortunately it sounds like that's not the case anymore. But like I said, you know, go check out some social media and scroll through and look at the lives. You might be able to find something over there. But make sure you stay here too. If you can, or come back when you find a way to watch the fight. Otherwise, I'll keep you up to date here. If you don't find anything, I'll keep you up to date here while you continue to look. My dogs are barking in the background. I apologize for that. I didn't try that. Oh, okay. Yeah, try that for sure. It's worth it. I promise. You get very lucky sometimes. I've done it in the past. Sean Brady in the cage. Joaquin Buckley in the cage. We're going to commercial, but in about a minute, we're going to come back to the fight and we're going to get this going. Fight number 2 on UFC 328. Brady versus Buckley for this fight coming up here. We got a finish in the first match. We got a finish in the first match with King Green getting the submission win over Jeremy Stephens. Here's your matchup. We're back, about to get started. Sean Brady coming off a loss. Joaquin Buckley coming off a loss. Buckley's never been submitted, but neither has Brady. Buckley has a lot of KO, TKO wins, and Brady's got a lot of decision wins. So we'll see which way this fight goes. Brady has some heavy hands as well, but we've seen Joaquin Buckley get some great. What times is it going down? Right now we have the second fight of the night on the main card happening. Joaquin Buckley versus Sean Brady. Second fight of 5. So we'll have 3 more after this. I think probably in about an hour we should be getting started with that main event. But I can't tell you for sure. It just depends on how long the fights go. The first fight of the night was a first round finish. So they've just been doing some filler stuff in between here. So we'll see what happens. And I think it's safe to say check back in about an hour if you're waiting for that main event. We got Bruce Buffer announcing Joaquin Buckley. Now moving over to Sean Brady. Getting ready to get this fight going. Let's see if Sean Brady can do better than he did against Michael Morales in his last fight. He had some trouble with Morales. He said he wasn't feeling himself. He wasn't really 100% in that fight. So, but Morales is a beast, man. Joaquin Buckley's coming off a loss as well to Kamaru Usman, former champion, great wrestler. And then after losing to Usman, he went and tried to learn some stuff from Usman as well. So that's a good thing, and we'll see if that benefits him here against Sean Brady. Sean Brady got finished by Michael Morales in his last fight in the first round by TKO. And we know that Buckley can definitely bang, so that's something that Sean Brady needs to look out for. Here we go, about to get started with round 1. Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley. Second fight of the night on the main card. Started round 1 right now. Buckley comes out fast. What up, Tua? Welcome in. Jiu-Jitsu. Buckley being aggressive. Oh, here comes Brady with some punches of his own. Yeah, Jiu-Jitsu's been winning on this card, man. A lot of submissions, but it's been exciting. It's been some good fights so far. How you doing, Tua? Welcome in. Appreciate you for coming back, man. Hopefully you're enjoying these fights so far. Cheers to you, man. We got the filling out process going on here. Buckley threw some aggressive punches in the beginning. Brady came back with some. Nothing really flushes landed just yet. Buckley threw a big kick. Missed. And now we got a clinch going on. Brady pushing Buckley against the cage. Buckley circles out. Back to the center of the cage for Buckley. And there goes Brady with the takedown. Joaquin Buckley with that takedown defense, though, man. I think that work with Usman's been doing him some good. Oh, Brady with a good left hand. Brady's tattoos are crazy, man. Holy shit, that's a lot of work. Buckley looks locked in, man. I'll say that. Circling right now. Nothing going on for the moment. Brady throwing out a couple hooks there, but no contact. DC just said Buckley looks locked in like I did. Oh, and there he goes. Buckley tries to go for a kick. Brady catches him and takes him down. Puts him on his back. So Buckley couldn't defend that one, but that was a quick takedown attempt for Brady, and he is successful. So that kick proved to be something bad for Joaquin Buckley. It was kind of a lazy kick too, so wasn't even really worth throwing, and then he gets taken down for it. So we'll see if he can get himself back up, how much good that work with Usman has done. Brady's very heavy on the ground, though, man. He puts all of his weight on you. He doesn't really posture until it's absolutely necessary. He keeps all that weight on you. He's in half guard right now, controlling Buckley up against the cage. And just looking to get into a dominant position. And right now he's throwing some punches on the ground as well. Ooh, he got the mount. Transition to a mount. Man, Tua, you're right, man. This jiu-jitsu today. We'll see if Brady goes for a submission or if he's just going to try to finish it. He's throwing a lot of punches here, landing a few of them. Buckley is defending, but Brady is in full mount right now, but he's a little high up, and Buckley doesn't seem to be trying to go out the back door. Now Buckley turns. He's on his side, but Brady's just throwing a lot of punches on the ground, man. And he keeps getting that dominant position. Oh, God. Big punches by Brady landing on Buckley right now. Whoo. Big shots by Brady. Buckley is squirming, but he can't seem to get out. Brady's on top in full mount. He was high up in the mount too, but now Brady gets to half mount, looking like he's going for an arm. Possible Kimura, yep. Trying to. Trying to isolate that arm, getting that wrist control. Definitely has a position for a Kimura. Joaquin Buckley has his arm bent in, so he needs to grab that wrist and pull it out from behind the leg and put it behind Buckley. Let's see if he can get it. Oh, he gets the leg over Buckley's head, and he gets the arm. He's turning it. Buckley is definitely fighting it off well. Buckley's strength is good on his back right now. He got out of it. That's good. Good for Buckley. But Brady is in a dominant position right now. Side control, all of his weight on top of Buckley. And he just transitions at will, man. Oh, I thought he got into that half guard, but Buckley's defending the step over at the moment, but Brady is still just working those positions. Definitely a dominant round for Sean Brady. 5 seconds left in this first round, and Brady wins his first round easy. The takedown. Oh, Buckley throwing a hand in there, pushing Brady away. After the bell, by the way. But yeah, that was a great round for Sean Brady, man. Showing dominance with the grappling and the wrestling. You know, the takedown. Was able to get that fast takedown on Buckley with on the kick, and didn't let him up ever. He was able to transition into dominant positions. Almost got a Kimura in there. Buckley looks like he's not panicking, just, you know, catching his breath, listening to his corner. We'll see how he bounces back. If you're watching this commercial right now, I gotta say, good song choice. Let Him Know by T.I. That's a banger. All right, here we go. Start of the second round. About to get it going. Let's go. I think I picked Brady in this one. Oh, shit. Big punches. Spinning back fist by Brady. somewhat landed. It wasn't really a flush, didn't have a lot behind it, but Buckley going after Brady for sure. He looks a little refreshed. Definitely some sense of urgency. Oh, and he throws the kick and almost gets taken down again. Brady wraps him up, trying to pick him up and drop him. He gets him down to his knees. Those lazy little kicks that Joaquin Buckley is throwing are just costing him right now. And Brady's showing what he's good at. He's taking him down on those opportunities with those lazy kicks, and he's taking advantage and, following through with the takedown. And now he's heavy on top of Buckley again. But yeah, 4 minutes and 15 seconds left or 13 seconds left in the first round, and Brady's already on top in that dominant position that he was in for the last couple minutes of the last round that Buckley was never able to get up out of. So we'll see if Brady holds it here. Maybe he can actually get in position for a submission or, ground and pound him out. We'll see. Right now he's in the half guard, looking like he's trying to wrap up Buckley's head. Buckley gets out. A lot of movement, man. Buckley's not staying still, but neither is Brady. Brady's trying to move with him. He's got the flow going. Now he's stepped over into full guard. Full mount. I'm sorry, full mount on top of Buckley. He's trying to soften him up with some punches. We'll see if Buckley can keep defending. This is going to wear on Buckley, man. Getting taken down this early in the second round after being, dominated for that amount, couple minutes of that first round. He needs to stop throwing those lazy kicks because Sean Brady will take advantage of that and take him down, as we've seen a couple times now. Buckley just can't seem to get out of this position. Brady's on top, full mount, has his legs wrapped up. Oh, shit. Buckley is just panic mode now. Oh, he got out of it. He got up to his feet. Brady goes for the takedown again, and Buckley's throwing some big punches, and they separate. Oh, damn. Buckley's coming out with fire. He knows he needs to do something. And he throws a knee again like a dumbass, and Brady takes him down. He's just making dumb decisions, man. He needs to stop throwing those lazy kicks, those lazy knees, because Brady's just going to take advantage and keep taking him down. Like, what are you doing, Buckley? Learn from your mistakes. I am, by the way, going for Brady in this one, just so you know. But, I think it's very stupid for him. In a weird, scramble, he's going to throw a knee that didn't even have a good opportunity to land. And that's when Brady takes advantage. He's too skilled in the grappling and wrestling to allow for that to happen without him taking advantage. And Buckley just keeps getting taken down and held down there. He did well getting up, but I don't know if he's going to get up from this. We got 1:45 left in the second round. We're back to where we were in the first round with Brady on top. Now he's throwing a lot of ground and pound, hammer fists. Buckley's fighting back and defending, but I don't know how long he can keep this up. Brady's really just turning it up right now. A lot of pot shots, nothing crazy, but I think he's just trying to wait for an opening and really throw some big shots. Elbows. Buckley's moving a lot, but he cannot get out of that position. Brady's landing a bunch of shots right there. Buckley gets to his side, but Brady's still in full mount. Still throwing these punches too. Trying to sneak an elbow in there, but it missed. Ooh, that elbow landed right up the middle. Brady settles in. Still on top, still in full mount. Buckley's doing a good job at keeping his arms moving so that Brady can't get a hold of his wrists. He is defending at the same time, but this is just bad positioning for him. This puts him down two rounds to nothing. So he's gonna have to turn it up in that third round if he can't get out of this. We got 17 seconds left. He's probably gonna stay in this position, and he's gonna have to come out in that third round with a sense of urgency, but he's gonna have to be smarter about it, because every time he throws a stupid lazy kick or a knee, Brady takes him down, and he can't afford to have that happen. So he needs to do something with his hands before he decides to kick. That's the end of the second round. End of the second round. Brady easy on top 2-0. Buckley's looking pretty frustrated at this point. He's got a big knot on the side of his left eye. I'm sure one of those elbows snuck in there. He looks a little defeated at the moment. He doesn't look as hyped as he was in between first and second round. See, they just told him no more kicks up the middle, no more knees, because he keeps getting taken down on that shit. Got to learn from those mistakes. I give props to his corner. They're pointing out the things that matter and the things that he should be listening to. So hopefully he pays attention and he listens to his corner. Brady's doing a phenomenal job right now, man. It may not be the most exciting shit ever, but he's continuing to take him down, get on top, wind up in full mount. Here's the start of the third round. And he's staying busy on top, too. That's why he hasn't gotten stood up yet, either. Buckley finds his way out every once in a while, but so far, Brady's been pretty dominant on the ground. Buckley lunging in for some big shots at the moment, and it's not landing. He definitely knows he needs to get something going, but Brady's being elusive at the moment. Oh, there goes Brady with the attempted single leg takedown. He missed it. Buckley gets out, swings with a hook, and he misses. Brady again with this double leg now. And he gets Buckley down to his ass. And Buckley shook his head, man, like he was disappointed in himself. 4 minutes and 15 seconds left. This is exactly what happened in the last round. And Buckley was never able to get back up. Right now, Brady's in half guard, looking to step over. All is good. What's up, man? How you doing? Appreciate you for jumping back in.
What's happening with you, man?
What's happening with you, man? Brady put it on a masterclass here. I mean, it's not the most exciting shit in the world, but it's not the most boring shit in the world either. I'll tell you that right now. But he's dominating with the wrestling and grappling. And Joaquin Buckley has nothing for him on the ground on his back. He just can't seem to get out of it. And when he does, he gets taken right back down. And Buckley looks super frustrated right now. You know, he needs to explode out of this position, man. He needs to find a way to get out of this position. But instead, he lets Brady step over. And now Brady's in full mount again, wrapping up those legs of Buckley. And now he's starting with the punches. Ground and pound. Buckley's still moving around, though. Brady back in half guard. It's looking like, you know, Brady knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing at this time. This is the third round where he has dominated in this position. Every time Buckley seems like he's about to get out, he switches positions. He transitions into something that keeps Buckley down. And then even when Buckley gets out, he's able to get him back down to the ground quickly. So, yeah, we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left of this third round, and it's been all Sean Brady at this point. And he just transitioned back into full mount. Easily, too, just stepped over. Buckley's up against the cage. He's not even trying to use the cage to get up. He's defending, so they're not going to stop the fight, but Brady's starting to throw some ground and pound right now. I think Buckley's so tired at this point that I don't know that he's going to get out of this position. He's frustrated. He's tired. And I guarantee he's just starting to get to that point where he just doesn't know what to do anymore. Brady's trying to lock up a choke, but he lets it go. Brady just looking for a good position. Winds up back in full mount. Buckley trying hard to get out, man. He is trying. I will say that. He's not giving up. He's trying hard, but I think he's just too tired at this point from being dominated in this position for fucking 3 rounds, basically. 10 minutes and 25 seconds of ground control time for Brady. That's a personal best for him. Previously, it was 10:14. That's crazy. Well, this ends the finishing streak that we were on for UFC 328, but I got to say, impressive performance by Sean Brady. I mean, we're at 1:05 left, so there's still a little bit of time for Buckley to get something done, but he looks pretty defeated right now, man. And Buckley's landing some big elbows. He had his arm trap there. Buckley keeps, covering up, but he's not able to do much. Just throwing ground and pound, man. Continuously staying busy. No reason for the ref to even give him a warning. Brady just stays so active that he can keep himself in that position. 30 seconds left. Brady's dominating total strikes, control time. Every aspect of this fight is Brady's. If Buckley can just hold out for another 16 seconds, then he will at least not have gotten finished. It looks like that's going to happen because he's still fighting things off and defending, but yeah, it's over for him, man. This is a great performance by Sean Brady, bouncing back from that loss to Michael Morales, and he hands Joaquin Buckley a second loss in a row after losing to Kamaru Usman. This is kind of what I expected out of Sean Brady, man. Sean Brady, if he was fighting Usman, I think he would probably lose, because it just seems like the guys with the names that have a lot of accomplishments, Brady has trouble with. But the guys that are up and coming, the guys that are just being contenders, the guys that haven't won a title yet, the guys that aren't overly dominant over everything, Brady's able to get the best of them. So it may not have been the most exciting fight in the world, but it wasn't also that boring. There was a lot of action. He kept things working, kept things going. So I give props to Sean Brady, man. That was a dominant performance. Unfortunately, it ends the finishing streak for UFC 328 that we had going. But like I said, we got some exciting fights coming up. In the next one, we got the big boys, Alexander Volkov versus Waldo Cortez Costa. There's always a potential for a finish there. And then we got the lower weight guys, Joshua Van versus Taira Taira after that for the Flyweight Championship. So still got a lot of action going. 3 more fights left. Let's see. Official decision, but we definitely got Sean Brady with the unanimous decision win here. Reno Gracie, Philadelphia Gym, and Sean Brady definitely showed up. I agree. Good fight on that, Matt. Yeah, no doubt, man. Super dominant. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Sean Brady, 100% unanimous decision win. His shirt's beating him, though. Henzo. Yeah, I kind of figured that. 78. Sean Brady, super dominant performance, man. Congrats. Well, I mean, he showed and proved that there was definitely something off with him in that Morales fight. But I think Morales is one of those guys that he's always going to have trouble with. I feel like Joaquin Buckley isn't up to the level as Michael Morales. So I think that's why he, bouncing back from that loss, knowing that he wasn't 100% going into that fight, he knew he had to show and prove something here, and he did it in dominant fashion. I think Joaquin Buckley just doesn't have the same type of skill that Michael Morales has, and maybe Morales gets stopped and slowed down here when he fights higher level opponents. But fighting somebody like Sean Brady, he was able to take advantage and get that TKO win, and take advantage of the fact that Sean Brady wasn't 100%. So, and he was the bigger, more explosive guy. I thought that might come into play here with Joaquin Buckley as well, but Buckley just made stupid decisions, man. He got taken down twice. Is Khamzat fight after Buck and Brady? No, it's Volkov versus Waldo Cortez Costa, and then Joshua Van versus Taira Taira, and then Khamzat. So we got 2 more fights before the Khamzat fight. But yeah, I think Joaquin Buckley just made some stupid decisions there. Those lazy kicks, the lazy knee. He needed to be a little more sharper on that. Brady doesn't let those things slide. He sees an opening and an opportunity to rush in and get the takedown, and he took advantage of that. to the fullest extent. Oh shit, Jersey Shore in the house. Mikey Musumeci. Darth Rigatoni. I think that's his nickname. It's kind of funny. Mauricio Hoofy, no longer part of the Fighting Nerds. That's pretty interesting. We kind of saw that coming, but Paulo Costa there, Diego Lopez at every fucking fight ever, pretty much. DDP in the background, Charles Oliveira in the crowd. Yeah, man, 2 fights down, 3 to go. Heavyweights on the come up right now. About to get ready to get going on that one. Alexander Volkov versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. A lot of people seem to be in favor of Volkov in this one, but I think Acosta is live, man. I think he's one of those guys that just, you may not expect the most out of him, but he rises to the occasion, and we've seen it a couple times now. Even with the eye poke shit that happened with Antidelia, that started his 3-fight win streak that he's currently on. And, he was able to come back, and with less than a minute, he comes back from the controversy there and winds up getting a TKO win over Delia with the first punch he threw. So, he's got the potential to do those types of things. He's on, like I said, on a 3-fight win streak. In his last 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In his last 9 fights, he's 8-1. Only losing to Sergey Pavlovich, which I will say, Sergey Pavlovich, and Volkov, I don't know if they're like exactly similar fighters, but to me, when I think of those two names, I figure I think of it as like same kind of level of fighting for both of those guys. And being that Cortez Acosta lost to Pavlovich in that one, maybe Volkov has a good shot here to get the win, but I just think that Cortez Acosta is just on a streak right now, and he's on a roll that I don't think he's ready to give up yet. So he's got 3 TKO wins in his last 3 fights, 2 of them in the first round. Both of those got him a performance of the night bonus, and then he beat Derek Lewis in his last fight in the second round. So Derek Lewis takes him to the second round, but he still gets a TKO win by ground and pound. So he's beat Derek Lewis, Shamil Gaziev, and Antidelia for his last 3 wins. Before that, he lost to Sergey Pavlovich. He beat Sergey Spivak by decision, Brian Spann by decision, Robelis de Spain by decision, Arlovsky and Bretsky as well. So Bretsky was a TKO in the first round. So, yeah, I think this is definitely an interesting fight. Let's look at Volkov. He is coming off of a 2-fight win streak. No, coming off 1 win over Jailton Almeida by decision. So, before that, he lost to Cyril Gahn by decision. He beat Sergey Pavlovich, who beat Waldo Cortez Acosta by decision. He beat Tai Tuivasa by sub, Alexander Romanov by TKO, and Jairzinho Rozenstruik by TKO. He lost to Tom Aspinall by submission. So they got, similar type of records, only a couple losses over the past, chunk of fights that they've had. And it looks like, according to Tapology now has a little extra feature here that says strength of schedule. And it looks like Volkov has a 67 as a number for strength of schedule, while Waldo Cortez Acosta has a 50. And, strength of schedule comes into play when you think about the type of opponents that each fighter has matched up against. So sometimes strength of schedule comes into play, which is why I bet Tapology decided to add that in to their website. Sean Brady, for instance, had a strength of schedule of 54, while Joaquin Buckley had a strength of schedule of 55. So they were pretty similar there, but we saw the guy with, the lower number for the strength of schedule get the win. So that could happen again here with Cortez Acosta versus Volkov, being that Acosta has a 50 and Volkov's at 67. So far, I think I'm doing okay on my picks. let's take a look. I can switch over to my fight wheel scene. So I had King Green winning, Sean Brady winning. So we're good there. The fight wheel predicted Green and Buckley. And then next up, we have a Costa versus Volkov. I picked a Costa. The fight wheel picked Volkov. So if we keep up on the streak that we're on so far, it looks like I'm going to be getting the win, but we'll see. Does it switch up at this point? I don't know. Let's move back to... Yeah, so hopefully everybody's enjoying the fight so far. We got 2 down, 3 to go. One more regular fight before we hit the championship fights, which will be Joshua Van versus Taira for that flyweight championship in the co-main. And then Khamzat versus Strickland in the main event for the middleweight championship. So I don't know about this Forrest Griffin commercial though, man. I don't know that I want to see Forrest Griffin doing just sticking his pelvis up, pelvic thrusts. It's not something that I really wanted to see. But Forrest Griffin is a funny motherfucker, I'll say that much. So for him to be doing that is pretty hilarious, actually. A lot of commercials, man. That's the one bad thing about Paramount Plus. If you don't have Paramount Plus and you haven't been watching the fights on there, just know if you get it, there is a lot of commercials, and it's unfortunate because it does take away from the fights a little bit. It does take away from a little bit of the knowledge that you gain from things that they talk about in between the fights. A lot of times I don't pay attention to any of that shit anyway, but I do hate that they cut into the walkouts. I do hate that they cut into everything happening in the cage after people get in the cage. I feel like if they cut in with commercials, they should at least have the picture-in-picture type shit, or it's like 1/3 of the picture being still what's happening in the cage along with the ad or whatever's happening for the commercial, taking up 75% of the screen. I would take that over just complete, takeover of the commercials. It's a little bit annoying, but it doesn't usually last that long because now we're back and we're about to have Volkov versus Waldo Cortez Acosta making their walkouts. Waldo Cortez Acosta, nickname Salsa Boy, kind of funny. Well, I'm glad that my somewhat streaming issues seem to have subsided because, yeah, for a minute there, it looked like I was going to have a bunch of problems. It was kind of getting annoying. But no hiccups yet, so hopefully it keeps up that way because now we're getting to some of the important fights. No, the fight hasn't started yet. We got 2 more fights before Khamzat. GRP listening to a Chael monologue impression. Hold on. Hairspray, it's Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Volkov right now. Then we have Taira versus Van, and then Khamzat versus Strickland. So we still have a couple fights before the main event. And don't forget that Taira versus Van is a title fight, so that's going to go 5 rounds unless we get a finish. GRP listening to Chael monologue impression. Man, for anytime I listen to Chael, like, I don't listen very much because the second he says something that we know is a fact, like, oh, the White House is going to be an outdoor event, and he'll be like, the White House is not an outdoor event. The second that happens, I click off. I'm done. I'm like, listen, Chael, get the fuck out of here, man. You claim to know all this shit, but you don't, because he'll straight up tell you, oh, Gamebred Masvidal is not going to be fighting in the UFC, when we specifically heard Gamebred talk about the fact that the UFC gave him an offer, and that's why he didn't wind up fighting on the MVP card. Now, that could not be true, or things could change, but it's just like, I've heard Chael talk too many times about things not being the case, and then they turn out to be true, and he's wrong. So anytime I hear Chael say something that I've heard to be true, I just click off. I'm just done. I'm like, Chael, get the fuck out of here, man. He's a clickbaiter. He's a troll and a clickbaiter. And anything he can do to get those clicks, he's doing it, which is odd considering his age and the person that he is. It's kind of weird that that's what he's all about. But I guess if he's making money off his channel and his podcast or whatever else he's doing, then I guess he's just trying to bring the traffic through. And I understand that because, you know, I would love to see my channel get big enough to start, you know, being monetized or, you know, anything of that sort. But when it comes down to it, I don't care that much to just make shit up. It just doesn't make sense, man. I actually care more about not sounding stupid than just getting clicks. But I guess it's a different world when that's your only source of income. I mean, he does commentary. He does, you know, analyst work and shit for people. So I don't know. I just don't understand. I think he just wants to, you know, make his stuff successful. And we've always known him to be somewhat of a troll and talk shit. He's one of the first guys to be, you know, just to play a part and a character in the cage. And a lot of people like Hokit will, you know, give their respects to Chael for being the you know, the kind of the pioneer guy to do that kind of shit. So it is what it is. It's to be expected from Chael, but it kind of annoys me, honestly. We got Volkov getting checked out right now, about to walk into the cage. Chael definitely seems to be trying way too hard to stay relevant. I click off also when he goes on a rant. Yeah. It's because, you know, when you hear things that are happening everywhere and you start to understand like what's real and what's not, and then you have Chael come in and just tell you that it's not real when you've already kind of gotten the confirmation that it is. And there's really, I mean, what would he know that everyone else doesn't know? You know, like if you listen to Ariel Helwani, even though Helwani will say, I'm not sure, but I think it's this, he winds up being right because he actually knows, but he can't say that he knows. So he'll kind of give you the heads up. Like he's talked about the fact that Conor's fighting Max Holloway for International Fight Week, and it seems to be the case, but we don't know yet for sure. But he keeps talking about it in the way that, oh, I think that's going to be the fight that happens. So for me, I tend to believe him. But here's your next fight: Alexander Volkov versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. Volkov coming off a win, Acosta on a 3-fight win streak. Acosta's never been finished on the feet or on the ground. He's lost twice by decision. Volkov has losses everywhere, but you know, a lot of people are high on Volkov right now. Let me hit that one more time. I want to see Volkov's 24 wins by KO TKO. Well, Acosta only has 9, but obviously Volkov has a lot more fights. So, but 24 wins by KO TKO. He likes to stand and bang, that's for sure. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. We'll see what Acosta has for Volkov. I feel like Acosta's got the upper hand here. He's on a 3-fight win streak. He's beaten some good opponents. Volkov has a stronger strength of schedule, but, you know, I think this is kind of one of those matchups that Volkov is going to struggle with. Then again, Volkov has beaten Sergey Pavlovich, while Waldo Cortez Acosta's only loss in his last 9 fights was against Pavlovich. So we'll see. Is he going to struggle with the taller, bigger guy? I don't know. Jiu-jitsu. Is it going to get used again right now? We'll see. So far, Jiu-jitsu's winning on this card. That's for damn sure. Damn, 6'7". And I said that. I didn't mean to say that like I did, but damn it. Bruh. Volkov with that gigantic fucking back piece. Holy shit, that thing is crazy. Good work, though. Good work. All right, here we go. Third fight on the main card. Salsa Boy versus Volkov. Here we go. Start the first round right now. God, Volkov is so fucking big. It's crazy. Starting off with a lot of, leg kicks, man. He is good with the kicks. For being a big guy, he definitely uses those kicks to his advantage. Heavy with those leg kicks right now. That's like 4 or 5 leg kicks already for him. Costa responded with a leg kick of his own, but it's only been one. That was a good body shot from Volkov. He's using his reach advantage right now for sure. Acosta's the aggressor, pushing forward, chasing Volkov at the moment, but Volkov's, getting those shots in at Costa. It looks like he's just waiting for some kind of opening, man. He's definitely the stalker, and Volkov just throws a body shot right now, but Acosta kind of caught it. Volkov just looking to kind of counter, it seems like. Circling each other right now in the center of the cage. Not a whole lot going on just yet. Volkov keeps spamming those leg kicks, though. He's not really connecting, but he keeps throwing them out there. Maybe trying to catch Acosta off guard, paying too much attention to the lower body. Tries for the head kick and misses for Volkov. Follows it up with an inside leg kick. Yeah, Cortez Acosta is doing a good job of cutting off the cage. I wish Volkov would put some more stank on them leg kicks. Yeah. Oh, big punches coming from Acosta. Landed a couple, but nothing crazy. Put some pressure on Volkov. Volkov just seems like he's trying to, measure the distance, seeing what he can get away with. He is throwing those leg kicks kind of lazy, though. Oh, big left hand just barely missed Volkov. Acosta throwing with some intent now. What's up, Ciro? Or Sir of... I'm not sure how to say that, but welcome in. I'm not exactly sure what you're saying. Seems like a different language. I apologize. I don't understand at the moment, but appreciate you for jumping in. So a lot of feeling out going on right now. We got 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in the first round. Volkov's definitely favoring the kicks, man. He keeps feinting the kicks and then throwing the kicks, inside, outside leg kicks. He's 12 of 15 with 80% for the leg kicks right now for Volkov. He landed a couple to the body already as well. He tried a couple high kicks, hasn't really landed any, though. It looks like Acosta's getting a little bit desperate to land some big shots. He threw a couple wild ones right now, throwing a couple leg kicks of his own. Volkov looks very, very calm, while Acosta looks a little frantic, trying to find an opening and get something to land. Ooh, there we go. Good jab by Waldo. Volkov's nose is pretty red. Then again, he is pretty pale. So I guess I can't be too surprised by that. I would like to see some more. Oh, there we go. Big combination by Costa. He landed about 3 out of 5 punches there. Volkov still spamming those leg kicks, though, man. Those are going to wear on Waldo after a little while. But for now, they seem a little half-assed, but... Waldo, stepping in. Good left hand for Waldo. He's definitely touching that nose of Volkov and causing some redness there. Volkov is staying calm even though he's getting hit here and there, and through the exchanges and the rushing of Cortez Acosta, but he's staying strong, standing his ground, and staying calm. And continuing those leg kicks. He throws a high kick now, but that was blocked. That's the end of the first round. That's a tough round to call. I mean, Acosta landed some good shots. You know, he did a little damage, you can see on Volkov, but Volkov landed a lot of leg shots, a lot of leg kicks, and you know, it's a tough one to call. I'm not exactly sure who won that first round, really. I'd like to see what other people are thinking. I don't know. I guess I don't know, man. It's kind of tough. I could say that you could give it to Acosta just because he seems like he did the more damage with the strikes. But, you know, Volkov landed all his leg kicks. He seemed to be keeping the distance, but I don't know. It's a tough one. That first round, a little bit of a toss-up. I did pick Acosta in this one, so let's see how that goes. Here we go. Start of the second round. See if we get a little more action going in this one. Salsa Boy, Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Volkov. Alexander Volkov. Exchanging some jabs here. Nothing crazy, though. Acosta seems to be the one pressing forward, while Volkov keeps keeping him at bay with those kicks. Ooh, big right hand by Acosta. They tie up. Oh, he tried an elbow, but it kind of just missed. Volkov with the leg kicks continuing. I just wonder if that's doing any damage to Acosta. I know that it's gonna, you know, it can wear on you after so many throughout the rounds, but they just don't. I mean, maybe he's so big he doesn't have to. Ooh, big right hand by Waldo. Yeah, Volkov got that body kick in there too. That might wear on Acosta. You know, he's got a little bit of a belly going on there in the middle, so that those kicks might hurt him a little bit, but yeah, Volkov's doing a good job at keeping him at bay with those kicks. You know, he keeps those inside and outside leg kicks and then a teep kick every once in a while. Kind of makes him keep the distance. He tries for a high kick every once in a while as well, but hasn't put forth much effort in any of those. He seems to be just kind of throwing them out there, letting Waldo know that he's there, wearing on him a little bit. They're exchanging leg kicks right now. Acosta comes in with an explosion of punches every once in a while, and he always lands at least one in there, so that might be bad news for Volkov if he gets caught. Kind of a slow-paced fight, man. A lot of circling, nothing crazy going on. You know, they get into some exchanges here and there, and then they go back to just circling each other. It'd be nice to get a little more action going, but I think they're both being measured. They're both being careful because I think they both respect each other's power a little bit. Oh, he's getting his legs kicked out from under him. Waldo is right now. Volkov's turning up the heat on those leg kicks a little bit. Oh, big right hand by Acosta. Just grazes Volkov, though. Now he's pointing down to the ground saying, let's go. We got 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in the second round. Acosta's showing some fire. Telling Volkov, let's go. But is that him losing his focus? A good exchange. Oh, Volkov wobbled Acosta. Acosta puts his hands up, tells him, let's go. But he got wobbled. Acosta with a good combination coming back. Volkov's face is a little bloodied up. Good body shot by Waldo. Ooh, good jab by Volkov. Yeah, you can't fuck around with that pointing down to the ground shit with the big boys, because one punch can end your day. That might give the slight edge to Volkov here with all the leg kicks and then wobbling Acosta like he did. I mean, Costa hasn't done too much more. He's you know, Volkov showing a little damage that Waldo caused. So maybe that weighs in on the scorecards right now, but significant strikes, they're pretty even in the second round, but Volkov was ahead by a decent amount in the first round, so that might have won in that first round. When it comes down to it, I think Waldo really needs to turn it up, man. If he wins the second round, then it's 1-1. If he doesn't, then he's really down by 2 rounds, I think, at this point. Because looking at those significant strikes, I think that they probably gave the first round to Volkov. I think, yeah, Waldo needs to find an opening and really turn up the heat, man. If he's just gets inside on Volkov, stop letting him get those kicks in on you. There we go. He's pressing forward, but he got blocked. Oh, Volkov with 2 jabs in a row. 10 seconds left in the second round. I think Volkov might have this second round. Oof. It's not looking good for Waldo right now. You know, it's not a runaway win here so far, but I think Volkov might have won both those rounds. He's landing some good shots when he needs to. He wobbled Costa, you know, in the middle of that second round. And that inside leg kick at the end of the round right there looked like, oh, he did land that head kick a little bit, huh? Holy shit, I didn't notice that. I thought he got blocked. I mean, Waldo's showing some good durability, but, you know, he really needs to get inside and turn up the heat on Volkov and start putting together some good combinations. Otherwise, Volkov's going to just keep picking him apart, and he's going to win that third round. I don't really get down with video games that much anymore, but UFC 6 looks like it's pretty dope. 2018 Volkov, yeah, that sounds about right. I wasn't sure about that first round, but then I saw the significant strikes, and I'm like, yeah, Volkov got that first round, and now for sure Volkov got that second round. So I think Waldo needs to turn it up here. He needs to finish this fight to win, in my opinion. So he better find an opening, and he better put some pressure in. Oh, shit. Okay. So the commentary is saying the first round was difficult to score. Cejudo thinks it's 1-1. He says Waldo's starting to find his range. Another person on Thread says it's 1-1 as well. Volkov 2018. 10-9 Volkov in round 2. I have it 19-19 entering the final round for Aaron Brodstetter. So, yeah, it seems like the majority of people think it's 1-1. So maybe Costa won that first round, and Volkov definitely won the second round. So it's either 2-0 Volkov or 1-1. Ooh, Waldo. Off balance a little bit there. Now he's talking shit. They're saying it's a, what? An eye poke? Yeah, he went like this and he said no, but I think he was trying to say I didn't poke his eye. Volkov looks like he's okay, though. He's saying he's okay. Yeah. Quick timeout. Get back to action right now. Oh, I guess he did kind of graze his eye. You can see it in the replay. Oh, Waldo turning it up. He's throwing some big punches now. Pressing forward. That's what he needs to do. He needs to get inside on Volkov. Volkov's bleeding from his nose, I think. Stop letting him kick you, Waldo. Jesus Christ, get inside. Get inside. And, I mean, actually, he beat up the front leg of Volkov, too, it looks like. Volkov's showing some bruising on the outside of his front leg. But Waldo needs to get in on him and start landing some punches on the inside. He keeps staying on the outside, letting Volkov tear his legs up. It doesn't make sense. Don't let him land those kicks. Get in on him. Shit, get in with some body shots, man. Hit a couple to the body. You know, 1-2 to the body and then hit one on top. There we go. Good jab by Waldo right there. Yeah, fucking Volkov's nose is jacked up. Oh, there we go, Waldo. There we go. Get in on him. Every time he seems to have some momentum, he just lets Volkov back up and circle out. Oh, step in up uppercut. He missed. Now his back is against the cage. Waldo, you got to get inside, bro. What the fuck are you doing? They tie up in the clinch. Volkov with the overhooks. He presses Waldo against the cage. Waldo turns him around. Ooh, good knee off the clinch. Check all social media and other platforms. There's nothing left, but I can't find anywhere. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, Hairspray, man. I'll keep you up to date here. You know, I'll tell you everything that's going on. So I apologize, man. I wish I could help you out. Big kick to the body for Volkov there. We got 1:33 left in the third round. I think Waldo needs to turn it up and really land some good punches here. Do some more damage to really make it clear that he wins this round. And let's hope that he actually got that first round on the judges' scorecards. Or get the finish here, Waldo. 1:15 left. Let's go. Turn it up. Yeah, I'm actually surprised. Like, they just said that it didn't seem like Waldo's been, yep, then I will watch highlights. Yeah, I got you, man. The broadcast just said that it didn't seem like Waldo's affected too much by those leg kicks. I think they're wearing on him a little bit, but it's really keeping him at bay, and that's the problem. It's making it look like Volkov's, controlling things. Waldo's got a little cut under his left eye right now, but Volkov is leaking from his nose, and he is turning a little bit on those kicks. That one hurt him a little bit, but I think Waldo needs to just jump in, man. He's got 25 seconds left. He needs to get in there, land some more big damage at the end, win this round for sure. There you go. Run after him. He's throwing some punches in there. He's pointing down to the ground. Volkov throwing some kicks in. Waldo throwing big punches, big combinations. There we go. 10 seconds left. Let's go, guys. Let's go, boys. Run it. Let's go, Waldo. Get in there. Big punches by Cortez and Costa, but that's it, man. That's it. A lot of damage on Volkov. His lead leg, his nose. He's bleeding all over the place. Acosta has a small cut under his left eye. He looks a little tired. He got a little wobbled by some of those leg kicks, got put off balance. Walking gingerly on that front leg. And, he got wobbled once in that second round. The second round, 100% went to Volkov. The first round and the third round, a little bit of a toss-up. So I'm a little worried about this outcome here because I did have Acosta winning. The fight wheel predicted Volkov winning. So I think it's a little bit of a toss-up right now as to who's going to get the decision. But we are going to decision, so we'll have to wait and see. And it should be here in less than a minute. One more commercial. It's unfortunate with these fucking commercials, man. But I know it takes a minute to get the scorecards ready and get Bruce Buffer in there ready to go. So we'll see what happens. I was rooting for Acosta, but I felt like it's way too close. He didn't turn it up when he needed to. He couldn't find his way in. He did some good damage on Volkov, but the first and third rounds are really hard to score. That second round was quite clearly Volkov's round. So we'll see what the judges have for us here. About to get into it and get that decision read off. Just over a month until the White House card. That's crazy. Definitely doing a watch party for the White House card. All right, here we go. Official decision. Unanimous decision. Oh, fuck. Alexander Volkov with the win. Well, there goes my parlay as well, because I did bet on these fights. That's a damn shame. Because Volkov was the favorite. I feel like that's a shitty ass win too, man. Fuck. He was a slight favorite at -135. So I bet on Waldo. Being on that win streak, I was thinking he would get it done. You know, it looks like Volkov's nose and his eyes a little messed up, but he kept Waldo at bay with those kicks, man. And Waldo just couldn't get inside. He couldn't get inside and take advantage. He couldn't put together too many big combinations. The big punches he threw, he only landed a few of them. You know, I feel like Volkov has more damage showing, but I think accumulative with all the leg kicks and wobbling him in the second round and really putting the damage in on those leg kicks, I think that, you know, that's why the judges saw it in Volkov's favor. So that's a damn shame. 2 more fights left. We're about to head into the championship bouts. The Flyweight Championship. Joshua Van trying to defend his title for the first time against Taira Taira. Super tough opponent for Joshua Van. And a lot of people are looking at Taira as possibly being able to just get in there and get the win over Van. Van is actually the slight underdog at +135. -160 favorite for Taira Taira. I was trying to hear what Volkov was saying. He's calling for a title shot. It's tough though, man. It's tough to give him a title shot. You know, he's not very like overly entertaining. You know, a lot of decision wins. Even on this one, you know. 30-27. Yeah, that's let me take a look. He's got 12 wins by decision. So this makes it probably 13. Yeah, decision win. Okay, so that makes it 12. But of his last fight, even his loss mixed in there with Cyril Gahn, he's on a 5-fight streak of decisions, win or lose. He hasn't got a finish since 2023 against Tai Tuivasa, where he submitted him. Before that, he had 2 TKO wins in a row. Lost by sub, win by decision, lost by decision. So yeah, a lot of decisions in there for Volkov, which, you know, it doesn't make it exciting for the heavyweight division to have somebody who's just going to be in there, you know, getting decisions and shit, but he's winning, so I guess we can't hold it too much against him. But Cortez Acosta was on a 3-fight win streak, while now Volkov's on a 2-fight win streak. So it's tough, man. It's tough. That was not a too exciting of a fight, unfortunately. You know, we had a ton of finishes going into the main card. Bobby Green came through. King Green came through with the finish as well. But then we had Brady and Buckley. Entertaining fight, but, you know, we had a decision there. Now we got a decision with Volkov and Waldo Cortez Acosta. A little bit of a slower fight. Let's hope we get some fireworks in here with this fight against Joshua Van versus Taira Taira. You know, you got the flyweight division. These guys are fast. The footwork is good. The head movement's good. Most of all, they're smaller weight class and they're pretty fast. So yeah, hopefully we get some action here and not a lot of circling and feeling each other out. It's definitely got potential. Joshua Van has some clean ass boxing too, I'll say that. But Taira is kind of well rounded. You know, Van is a pretty volume striker. So, you know, you can expect a lot of volume coming out of Joshua Van. 8.8 significant strikes landed per minute with a 56% accuracy is pretty damn fucking good for the flyweight division, that's for sure. Sharp boxing, he's efficient, he's aggressive, and his takedown defense is pretty good as well at 81%. So that's a big stat in this fight, considering Taira Taira, you know, I thought Acosta won. I thought so too, man. I feel like the first and third round were kind of questionable, but I feel like he did a lot of damage, and I think that you could have given it to him. I don't know, the one judge that gave Volkov 30-27 for that fight, I think is ridiculous, because I think Costa won at least one round, if not two. But yeah, Taira gets a lot of takedowns, but the fact that Joshua Van has good takedown defense. So, brother, is there one more fight until Khamzat versus Strickland? Yes. We got Tatsuro Taira versus Joshua Van. It's a 5-round fight because it's a title fight for the Flyweight Championship. So, if it goes to decision, it's going to be a minute before we get to that Khamzat fight. But there is definitely only one fight left before we get there. So, hang in there, man. We'll see. Maybe we get an exciting fight here and we get a finish. If you want, we found a free way. Oh, there you go, man. You got the hookup. So, make the connection. Maybe you can get that. Maybe you can get to watch it. But yeah, I'm hoping for some fireworks here in this fight. Both these guys have potential to be exciting. We'll see if Taira takes it to the ground and if he can have success there, or if Joshua Van can put his great boxing skills on display and really come in with a bang, defending his title for the first time. If he can keep it standing long enough to overwhelm Taira, I think that's going to be the way to win with pace and combinations. If he can stuff those takedowns and frustrate Taira, he can definitely get in there and use his speed and volume to control the fight and definitely get a win. But if Taira gets the takedowns and doesn't allow Joshua Van to really just receive a notification of Paulo Costa and Josh Hogan having a bit back and forth tonight. Not sure if it's clickbait or not. Who knows, man? It's always tough to know until the fights are over and then you really start seeing things coming out. I don't really scroll through social media much while I'm in here, so it's hard to tell. I haven't gotten any notifications yet. Oh my God. Yeah, I haven't seen anything about it yet, but you never know. Sometimes it takes until after the fights are over before you really start seeing stuff like that come out, unless something really big happened. I wouldn't doubt it though. Paulo Costa doesn't, he doesn't put up with a lot of shit, and Josh Hogan just likes to push everybody's buttons. He's annoying as shit. So we'll see. But yeah, Taira versus Van. I mean, I think Van has good opportunity to get the win here, especially if he uses that boxing and is able to get in on Taira before Taira can get the takedowns. Like I said, Joshua Van has good takedown defense. So if he can frustrate Taira and not allow him to get those takedowns, or else get back up quickly and find some openings, he can put that boxing to work. That'll be good for him. No, I get that. Yeah, when I see notifications come through, man, I definitely want to check them out. And I just didn't see anything come through just yet about that, so I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. I'll take a look and see if I can scroll for just a quick second and see if I find anything. Again, I wouldn't doubt it though, considering Hogan just gets under everybody's skin. I guess there was some I did hear about this earlier. There was some irregular line movement in the direction of Buckley in the fight between Buckley and Brady. So that's interesting. Yeah, everybody's tripping out about 30-27 for Volkov. So everybody feels that Costa won at least one round of that fight. Yeah, so far I'm not seeing anything about Hokit and Costa, but who knows? I wouldn't doubt it. I don't see how is the fight done or what. Oh no, it's we're about to get into Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira. It's the second title fight. So Khamzat and Strickland haven't fought yet. It's we got a 5-round fight between Taira and Van before we get to Khamzat and Strickland. So you got a little bit of time, man. Hang in there. I'll let you know for sure. Right now we're on commercial break waiting for them to walk out for this title fight. See, and here's the thing, man. It's tough to say about Van because, you know, we didn't see a whole lot. It was what, like 21 seconds or 26 seconds or some shit like that. But, you know, for the time that he was in there with Pantoja. And, you know, not a whole lot happened in that amount of time. So, you know, I want to see how he's going to do against a high level guy now that he's actually the champion as well. You know, I can't blame him for celebrating the fact that he became champion. I know a lot of people talk a lot of shit about the fact that the way that he won, nobody likes, but it is what it is. I mean, it's a fucking injury. He caused the injury somewhat because he did catch the kick and he threw Pantoja back. I mean, he didn't cause Pantoja to land the way he did, but Pantoja made that mistake and got injured. So he can feel bad all he wants, but it's not going to change the outcome. So, you know, for him to be happy that he's now the champ, it is what it is. And obviously, Pantoja couldn't get in there fast enough to get the immediate rematch. So now he's got to hope that Taira beats Van so that he can, you know, get the rematch against Van. I mean, he's got to hope that Van beats Taira, because otherwise he's going to be fighting Tatsuro Taira, which I'm sure he doesn't give a shit about. I'm sure he's down for it and just wants to get his title back. But, you know, I'm sure it'd vindicate him to get in there and win the title, you know, against the guy who beat him for the title. Beat him being used lightly, obviously, because, you know, not a lot of people think that he deserved it, but either which way, he got the win. So it is what it is. It's going to be tough, though, if Taira wins that belt. You know, he doesn't speak English. I know Poatan doesn't speak English either, but him just saying Chama does a lot for him. And, you know, the way he carries himself. Taira seems, I mean, he's interesting, but, you know, he tries really hard to say stuff in English and shit, but it's just hard. It's hard to come across and be, you know, relatable. So it's going to be tough, but if he comes out and just destroys Van, it's going to be an exciting way to win. So I guess it matters how he wins. Because if he wins by decision and it's not a very exciting fight, it's going to be a tough one to be excited about when it comes to Pantoja coming back. If Van wins in emphatic fashion. Hey, what up, Infinity? No, this is not on Netflix. This is on Paramount. Paramount Plus. That's where all the UFC fights are. Netflix isn't until next week. We got Tatsuro Taira walking into the cage right now. First of 2 title fights. Obviously, 5 rounds for each title fight. Tatsuro Taira was the first fighter born in the 2000s to win a UFC main event. That's interesting. And I think this is the first title fight to have 2 guys that were born in the 2000s. I think I heard something about that. But yeah. Anyway, what's up with you, Infinity? How's it going? Appreciate you for jumping in, man. I assume, I think you said you were off today, so jumping in at the right time. We got the 2 title fights coming in. We had the first fight of the night on the main card as a finish. what's his name? King Green got the win over Jeremy Stevens by submission. We had 5 finishes in a row up until that point, and then we had a decision or 2 decisions in a row. Sean Brady beat Joaquin Buckley by decision, and then Alexander Volkov beat Waldo Cortez Costa by decision. Doing well, North. Appreciate it. Yeah, trying to remember how to log in. Oh, yeah, it's always tough. But I will say, when it comes down to it, unfortunately, I actually put in a bet finally for the first time in a while, and it just got busted because of stupid Waldo Cortez Costa not getting the win. I knew Buckley didn't have it. Yeah. Next fight is Taira versus Joshua Van. Harrisburg, just so you know. Yeah, I know. I put the fucking bet in. I lost my early parlay, pretty early, but it was just like whatever. And I just made these bets today too. And I was doing pretty good. I won the first 2 fights. On my second parlay for the main card, but then yeah, this last fight just killed it for me. So, unfortunately, back to the same old shit. I was hoping to break the stupid streak of not getting big wins on betting, but it's a damn shame. But it is what it is. Yeah, no shit, right? That's exactly what I heard in my head. Gotcha, bitch. Oh, fuck. I can't get past it, man. Then again, it's not like I put a lot of thought. It's just like I kind of just bet on who I think is going to win. I hadn't bet in a while, so I was just like, you know what? There's a lot of underdogs that I think Shane Mosley made.
What's happening with you, man?
There was a lot of underdog bets that I felt like had really good potential to win, so I thought it was a good time to finally put a bet in. So I'm not doing too bad though. 2-1. 2-1 in my fight picks against the fight wheel predictions, I think. Let's look real quick. So we both had green. I had Brady, they had Buckley, or the fight wheel had Buckley. So they're 1-2, I'm 2-1, so I'm winning on that one. But it doesn't matter because there ain't no fucking money in that. The ones I had money on, unfortunately, or could have won money on, I didn't win. But it is what it is. I'll try again in a little bit. We'll see about the White House card. I don't know. That one's tough though, man. There's some tough fights on that one. Tough to call. Used to have the $sign on your bets. Yeah, I know. I haven't done that graphic in a long time. Just because I stopped doing all the bets. So, and then with those bets, I just, it's one of those. I'm just doing the picks, going up against the fight wheel predictor. Considering it's totally random, I figure we'll see side by side how I do. Yeah, I did keep. Yeah, I know. Believe me, I know. That's why I stopped. It's a goddamn shame. Here we go. Joshua Van walking out. It's so funny to watch the walkout sometimes when they're just all chill. You know what I mean? Like he's walking out. He's not even hopping around or nothing. He's just kind of like, He barely reacting to the music. But I will say, I mean, he's a bad motherfucker. I got to say that. His boxing is great. We'll see what he has to show. I mean, he's got a lot to prove in this fight considering so many doubters and haters out there. How long till Strickland fight? This is the last fight here happening right now. It's a 5-round fight. Joshua Van versus Taira. So we got at least 25, 30 minutes before the next fight. And then we'll have Khamzat and Strickland. So a little bit of time left, and then the main event will be here. But this will be a good fight too. Joshua Van versus Taira. Unless this fight gets over quickly. I'm sure they're gonna have some filler stuff in there before we get to that main event. So I would assume a good bet would be to about 30 minutes from now. But yeah, we'll see if Joshua Van can really turn up that boxing. If his takedown defense can stay strong. He definitely has something to prove here considering there's so many haters and doubters out there because of the way that he won the title with Pantoja getting injured. By then I'll find my login. You better get to it.
Get your fucking shit together, my
God. Yeah, so we'll see if Van can turn it up here, or if Taira is gonna show us some of those flying attempts, or maybe or maybe, you know, use the takedowns to his advantage, because he is good with those takedowns. Because Taira, if he gets you down to the ground, he's gonna have a lot of control down there. And while Joshua Van has good takedown defense, we'll see if he gets taken down, how quickly and easily he can get back up. But he puts on a crazy pace, man, with the volume on the feet. And I feel like Taira might be, you know, one of the best kind of grapplers in the division. So it really comes down to how good a takedown defense Joshua Van's going to have if he allows Taira to get in on him. And I can't show you the fight, man. I'm really sorry, but I cannot show you the fight. But yeah, we'll see if Joshua Van can avoid the takedowns enough to be able to get some good combinations in there with that good, clean, crisp boxing that he has. Getting ready for the official announcement of both fighters. A little bit of an ad here in between, but then we'll get to it. I should be making my drink. I have everything ready to make a drink. I just need to put it all together, which I can do right now. Here's your matchup for this co-main event. First title fight of the night, Flyweight Championship. Joshua Van on a 6-fight win streak. Taira on a 2-fight win streak. Taira's never been beaten, never been stopped. Joshua Van's never lost a decision. So some decent stats to match up there. We'll see how this one goes. Here comes Bruce Buffer with the announcement. And I'm going to get myself another drink going here. I pre-mixed all of my stuff for my old-fashioned. So, oh man, money is important in life for subscription. No, I get it, man. I get it. If I could give you a subscription myself, I would give it to you, but I definitely can't. Because I don't make a bunch of money off this. I do this for fun. So I can keep you up to date here, and I'll tell you everything that's going on, but I can't do anything more than that. So I apologize. I'm sorry. But like I told everyone else, you can go take a look at social media. You might be able to find somebody there that can help you out with a link, or maybe other ways of, you know, getting to watch it. But don't forget that I'm the one that told you that. So maybe at least drop a like in here while you're at it. Subscribe, or just keep the channel on while you find a way to watch the fight. I'd appreciate that. Thanks for jumping in and interacting as well. Like I said, I have my old-fashioned pre-mixed, so now I'm just adding ice, chilling it, and putting my orange slice in it. Orange peel, I should say. And yeah, I just like to cool it off in advance. And then I drop it in with the ice and it's ready to go. All these years I have on this earth, I've never had an old-fashioned drink. I'm going to have to try with your power. Oh, for sure, man. There's a lot of places that make them really good. There's a lot of different types of old-fashions out there, but your traditional old-fashioned never fails if you like whiskey. I have my own kind of recipe that I made myself. So a lot of people seem to like it. I haven't met too many people that don't. And that's kind of what I make here. But I promise you, if you like whiskey at all, or bourbon, you'll enjoy an old-fashioned. There's a lot of places out there that don't know how to make it, though. So I've tried to go to a place that knows how to make good drinks. If they have an old-fashioned on the menu, that's a plus. All right, here we go. Got the drink in hand. Cheers to everybody out there. This is my old fashioned, by the way. Here we go. Start of the first round. Taira versus Joshua Van for the Flyweight Championship. Van trying to make his first title defense. Taira trying to gain the UFC title. And he starts out with a big heavy leg kick on Joshua Van. Think we need another nicotine shot here real quick. I should have probably taken some Noctane, but we'll do that before the main event. There we go. Taira running in, explosive with that takedown attempt, but Joshua Van defending so far. Up against the cage. Taira gets him down, puts him on his back. Takedown defense is nothing against Taira's power right now. Taira taking down all 9 UFC opponents he's attempted to. So, damn good streak there. We'll see how easily or how quickly Joshua Van can get up from this, but Taira in a dominant position right now. Khamzat. Yeah, Khamzat's coming up next after this fight. Taira with the full mount at the moment. And he's just laying there. So the crowd is not happy. They're booing. But right now, Taira is being dominant on top. Joshua Van doesn't seem to have an answer for it. He was, had good takedown defense, but once he gets taken down, what can he do? And right now, Taira's tying up those legs and not allowing Joshua Van to do a whole lot. Van's trying to wiggle out of there, but, he's got one leg almost all the way out. Taira's still, okay, moves over to half guard. Or I'm sorry, side control. I thought he had the leg in there. Now Van's trying to get up. Taira trying to grab a choke. Wrapping his... Oh. Yeah, he's got his arms around his neck. He's trying to wrap his legs up on Van. Van does get up, but now he gets pulled back down. And Taira's got his arm around Van's neck. He's got the hands clasped together, but it looks like Van's not worried about it. There's space, and he's out. And Joshua Van gets back up to the feet. Here we go. Taira gets a good jab in there, though, on the come up. Now Van's looking to try to get his boxing going. Ooh, good combination there. Landed about 3 punches in a row for Joshua Van. Taira, though, landed a good jab of his own. Van wiping his face off after that jab, too. Ooh. Good jab from Van coming in there. Another one from Taira. Oh, good jab again. Taira just walks right into that jab. But there he goes with the takedown on Joshua Van once again. Just takes him down at will. Van had no opportunity to sprawl on that one. It was just such a quick takedown. And here we go. Taira just locking up the legs of Van, holding his arms down, putting pressure against him. Van's got his back up against the cage. He looks like he's just kind of chilling at the moment, actually. 1:19 left in the first round. So far, we got Taira with a couple big takedowns. Joshua Van landing a couple good combinations on the feet when he was up there. But so far, I think Taira's got the advantage in the first round with the takedowns in control. Joshua Van getting back up to his feet right now. Halfway there. Taira really holding on, trying to muscle him back down to the ground. Van's back up on his feet at the moment, but they're tied up in the clinch against the cage with Van with his back up against the cage. 40 seconds left in the first round. They're exchanging leg kicks and knees to the leg. Van's looking to get an underhook. Oh, and Taira gets him back down to the ground with a trip. Automatically tries to get into the full mount, and he does. Holy shit. Very little resistance from Joshua Van. Taira's just damn good at the grappling, man. And he tries to drop an elbow in there. Joshua Van fighting him off. Taira throwing some punches, but Van gets back up to his feet at the end there, lands a good punch on the exit. And that's it. End of the first round. Van doesn't look too worried. His corner says he gave you all he has and he didn't have shit, but it's like, bro, he got taken down. And then they said, you know, he took you down and didn't do shit with it, but he held him there. So he did do shit with it. He controlled. So you can say he ain't got shit for you all you want, but if he continuously takes you down, I mean, you're not going to do a whole lot from there if it takes you all around to get back up and just to turn around and get tripped and taken back down. So that corner work is a little sus, but it is what it is. You know, maybe keep his confidence up. It's only the first round. Round two, I mean, Van looks like he's in decent condition right now. No problems. Doesn't seem too tired. Smile on his face, and Taira coming out looking fresh as well. So we'll see how it goes. Here we go. Start of the second round. I apologize, Esli Bola, but I'm not exactly sure what you're saying because I don't understand that language. But I appreciate you jumping in. I mean, if I had a way to translate at the moment, I would do that, but I don't. I'm sorry. Hopefully you're enjoying the fight. Ooh. Taira landing a couple jabs of his own. And there he goes for the takedown again. That's good defense, good sprawl from Van. He gets pressed up against the cage, though. Taira's still working on that takedown. Trying to lift up Van to throw him down on the ground. Everyone's saying in the threads on the screen that Taira had that first round 10-9. Makes sense. Ooh. Good knee by Taira to the body on Van. Back to the middle. Oh, there you go. Van with the good combination. Landing some big punches now. Taira is showing some redness on his face. Oh, good jab by Van there. Another big right hand by Van. There we go. Now he's starting to get that boxing going. If he can avoid getting taken down. Ooh, good combination from Van. There we go. Oh, he's really throwing that head back of Taira every time he lands. After this fight, Hairspray, it's Khamzat and Strickland. So once this fight is over, we got the main event, Khamzat and Strickland. Joshua Van showing some good boxing skills right now, but here goes Taira with the takedown again. He trips him and takes him down to his and puts him on his back. See, that's a problem. If he can just stop that takedown and keep landing those big combinations, it's going to be beneficial for Van. But if he doesn't, Taira gets him down to the ground and automatically transitions himself into the full mount. Taira just working with some ground and pound, staying on top. Van trying to work his way back to his feet. So far, he's able to sit up, but Van's not letting up at all. I mean, Taira's not letting up at all. Bro, now I see fight on Discord. Now I'm glad. Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome, man. Congrats. I'm glad you're getting to watch it. Unfortunately, this fight isn't. It was looking pretty good there for a minute with Van landing some good striking. But we got a minute 55 left. Taira's just been controlling on the ground again. We need to get Joshua Van back up on his feet. He's landing those are some good elbows from the bottom, but Taira's still relentless on the ground. Yeah, he just transitions at will, man. I mean, with zero effort, he gets the full mount. But Joshua Van's doing a good job at defending. You know, he's bucking out of there. He's trying to find a way out. He gets out every once in a while. but then he gets taken back down, and that's unfortunate. Yeah, Taira's not doing a whole lot from the top. He's just kind of controlling, staying heavy on top, but he's not throwing a lot of strikes, a lot of volume. And that's why now the crowd is starting to boo, which is a damn shame. Because we started off this card, you know, excited. A lot of finishes, and then, yeah, this happens. So it's a damn shame. I'm hoping that, you know, Van can get to his feet, or at the beginning of the next round, we get some good, you know, some good striking in there. But it looks like Taira's got Joshua Van's neck right now, and that's concerning. Oh, he let it go. Joshua Van back on his feet. Oh, big right hand by Joshua Van. Drops Tatsuro Taira. He's on top. Ground and pounding away. Let's see if he can get the finish. Tatsuro Taira trying to tie him up with the leg. That was a big right hand by Joshua Van, showing off his power, showing off that boxing. More ground and pound. We got 8 seconds left in the second round. That's a good way to end the second round for Joshua Van. But will this be able to let Taira get, you know, his breath back? He looks a little wobbled at the moment. That was a big right hand by Taira. Ooh, that was good to see, man. That was good to see. Seeing some life coming from Joshua Van after finally getting up off the ground. Bro, go on Instagram and search Yashab here and check his story and download Discord from Play Store. There you go. Anybody that needs a way to watch, check the chat. Especially before we get to that main event. Big right hand by Joshua Van, just finding an opening, dropping Taira to the ground violently too. Big right hand by Van. Holy shit. Some whiplash going on there, bro. Now, if Joshua Van can come out and land that again, man, he's going to finish Taira quickly. But, you know, if Taira gets that takedown, it's just going to be a lot more of the same of shit that was going down before. So we'll see. Can Joshua Van take advantage of ending that second round that way? We'll see. Here we go. Start of the third round. Joshua Van should have some fire under his ass now. He landed a good jab right there. And there goes Taira trying to get the takedown, but Van pushes him off quickly. So he's got some confidence about him right now. There we go. Good stiff jabs being landed by Joshua Van. Taira landed a good jab of his own there. Taira showing the damage on his face right now. There you go, Van. Taira staying on the outside, getting walked down by Joshua Van. Van's just looking for the most openings to land those punches. Ooh, good combination there. Uppercut, left hook. Van's face is looking redder than red. Some blood coming from his nose. And he goes for the takedown, but Van stuffs it. This is telling of what might happen here, because Taira's not being able to put a lot behind those takedown attempts. There's Van with a big left hand, followed by some body shots. Another left hand. Barely missed that uppercut. Taira's not going for so many takedowns anymore. Ooh, good left hand. Almost knocked out the mouthpiece of Taira. Van's just landing punches now. And there's a takedown again by Taira, and Van stuffs it. This is going to start wearing on Taira, and here goes Van, landing punch after punch, running after Taira. Stay composed. Make it clean shots. Here we go. Taira's face is beat up, man. Holy shit. Let's go, Van. Yeah, I mean, he's showing some durability here, fighting through that adversity. Ooh, good step in undercut by fucking Joshua Van. Holy shit. Taira's face is beat up. Good jab, double jab. Oh, and he wobbles and drops Taira. There's Joshua Van pouncing. Here we go. 2 minutes and 43 seconds left of the second round. Joshua Van on top, throwing punch after punch. Bloodied up Taira. He's trying to finish Taira right now. He takes his back. He pulls him down to the ground. Definitely don't do that. Definitely don't do that. Okay, he's looking for the choke, trying to seek in the choke. It looks like it might be in there. He's trying to tie it up. Face crank of sorts. Doesn't really have it under the chin. Taira with the good defense. There he goes, going for the choke again, Van. Holy shit. There we go. Some punches, trying to soften him up. Oh, he gets it under the chin. He gets it under the chin, right? Nope. Taira's out. That's good on Van to let it go. You're fucking him up on the feet. Let's go. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going on the feet. Yeah, you're picking him apart on the feet. Keep it going. Land those jabs. Put the combinations together. Holy shit. I got to give Taira props, though, for hanging in there, man. He got dropped hard in that second round. He's gotten beat the fuck up in this third, and he's still up, standing, and hanging in there. But his face is leaking. Good right hand by Van. Man, Taira's face is so fucked up. Ooh. Feinted the takedown. Van took the bait, but he's okay. Oh, big uppercut by Van. Another big jab. Pushes Taira backwards. Here's that. Oh, Van with a Taira with a combination of his own, but Van countering, landing. Taira's head movement is just non-existent. He goes for the takedown, pushes Van up against the cage. Van is defending. Yeah, dude, this is crazy, Harris. Yeah, this has been the best round for Van. Super dominant. Taira gets him down to the ground, but only halfway. Van back up on his feet. Taira doesn't seem to have the strength that he had before to push through those takedowns and hold down Van. Van needs to get some separation here. Oh, and he takes him down and puts Van on his back now. Ending the round with a takedown, that's tough, man. Van needs to... I think he did enough damage, though, to win this round. Van gets back up to his feet. That's good. Taira tries to get the knee in there. Ooh, big punches from Taira. Van unfazed, though. There we go. That is a big round for Joshua Van. He might have got taken down at the end there, but he got back up, landed some more punches. Hell of a round for Joshua Van. Tatsuro Taira doing a damn good job of hanging in there, man, and still being able to, be successful. Oh, shit. That's a good point there by DC. I didn't realize that. He had a hand down and he got kneed in the face, but yeah, man, what a crazy round by Joshua Van. I don't know how Taira did not get put out in that round. But now we got to wait and see. We're going into championship rounds here. Joshua Van, can he put him away? His face is beat up. Look at his eyes are swollen. Redness all over. Yeah, this is a crazy fight so far, man. It started off a little boring and it's gotten nuts. Here we go. Start of the fourth round. Championship rounds. Ooh-wee. Can Van come out and land those punches again? Can Taira get more takedowns? Is Taira going to survive another onslaught from Joshua Van? We're about to find out. 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the fourth round. Good leg kick by Taira. That really took the leg out from Van. Good combination following it up. Oh, and Van lands a big right hand. Taira goes for the takedown. Van defends. Has an over-under. Looking to stay up on his feet, but Taira gets the fucking trip and takedown, man. Taira relentless with those takedowns, even after getting the shit beat out of him on the feet. This is insane. 8 takedowns landed. His previous best was 6. Joshua Van needs to just take a second, take a breath, and then make his way back up to the feet and start landing those crisp, clean combinations that he can land. Yeah, this is still a close fight, man. I mean, Joshua Van really put it on him in that third round, but even at the end, him getting that takedown, it's tough. It's tough. He needs to get up out of this position, though. Don't take this round off, man. Get yourself up off the mat and start landing some more combinations. It's probably starting to wear on Van a little bit here, though. All these takedowns, all the defense on the ground. Taira just makes his way to full mount almost every time he's on the ground. He's so damn good with the transitions, but he doesn't do much from there. That's the problem. He's trying shoulder punches right now, but it's super, ineffective. He's not throwing a lot of ground and pound. He's just laying on top and controlling, which is fine. It's going to earn him points, but, he needs to do something. Submission attempts, ground and pound, something. Joshua Van's going to find his way back up to his feet, and that's bad news for Tatsuro Taira. But that's what Van needs to do, is get back up to his feet and start doing what he does best. Taira finally throwing some punches in on the clinch on the ground. 2 minutes and 43 seconds left in the fourth round. Oh man, this is just not good, because what if Taira has 2 wins, 2 rounds under his belt, while Van only has that 1? Somebody said on Threads that it was trending towards a 10-8 round, but I don't know if they would give that to him, because Taira had enough, gas in him to take down Van again at the end of the round, even after taking all of that punishment. Oh, Taira looking for a triangle. Oh no. Taira wrapping up. Oh, he's got sorry. He almost had the triangle, almost had an arm bar. Van gets up and off the mat, and now he comes in with a big left. Taira throwing some punches of his own, but Van landing some jabs here and there. Ooh, another big jab. I can't believe Taira is hanging in there with this shit. He's getting beat up. That was 4 punches in a row. Taira starts slapping himself in the head. This motherfucker's crazy. What the fuck's happening? Let's go, Van. Put together more combinations, man. Land the big punches. What the fuck are we doing? Van, let the hands go, bro. There we go. Good jab. There it is. Taira with the calf kick. Comes in with the teep, misses. There you go. Exchanging jabs. Taira is leaking out of the face. Taira goes in for the takedown again. Van sprawls. Good takedown defense by Van. Throws a knee in there. Taira stays on the legs. Still searching for that takedown. 35 seconds left in the fourth round. Van needs to create some space so he can get some more of that clean boxing out there. Yeah, this fight is crazy. Oh, what's up, Clark? Shit, I didn't even realize it was you. Yeah, man, it's nuts. It's nuts. Joshua Van needs to get... Oh, there we go. There we go. Good jab again. Looking for the combo. Taira, though, I can't believe this motherfucker has the energy to do what he's doing. Look at his face, is so beat up. Holy shit. Yeah, man. I got 13K overall so far. That's what it says on my studio, my control panel. So, pretty nuts. But yeah, this is a crazy ass fight, man. I cannot believe Tatsuro Taira is hanging in there. He's gotten beat the fuck up. He's still hanging in there and going for takedowns and getting the takedowns. It's insane. Joshua Van looks like he's a little winded, but he doesn't have a lot of damage on his face. His corner's hyping him up. It is a crazy ass fight. I can't believe it, man. I cannot believe this fight. I can't believe Taira's still standing. If Joshua Van can just get some really big fucking punches in there again, like he did in that third round, he can finish this fight. But Taira's just showing super, just durability in there. I can't believe it, man. Let's go. Yep, last round, round 5. Here we go. Oh, good right hand by Van. Snaps the head back of Taira. A left jab as well. Another left jab by Van. Let's go, Van. Let's go. You gotta pull the trigger. There you go. Good right hand by Van. Taira gets a right hand of his own in there. Joshua Van just looking for the openings. Ooh, Taira looking to land big shots of his own. And there he goes for the takedown attempt. Van defends. Pressed up against the cage. Don't let him take you down, Van. Good underhook. Good job. Way to create space. Good jab on the exit. Taira goes for a takedown again. Van defends. Here we go. Good combination by Van. Taira with the knee up the middle, but Van comes in with more strikes of his own. This is just oh my God, what a fight. Van, don't throw those knees. Don't throw those kicks because Taira's going to take advantage and try to take you down like he did. Good defense, though. There we go. Van putting shit together. Let's go. Let's go, Joshua Van. There you go. Oh, Taira's beat up, man. That's it. That's it. That's it. He calls it off. Joshua Van with the big win in the 5th round. Putting together the combinations. I told you, if he gets the shots that he was landing in the 3rd round, he was going to be able to finish that shit. And he fucking did it. He did great with the takedown defense. That was a fucking phenomenal fight, man. Holy shit. I can't believe that Taira was able to hang in there as long as he was. You could see the damage on his face. You could see the damage taking a toll in that last round. And Joshua Van was able to put enough punches together to get him out of there. And Taira is still on wobbly legs. What a fucking fight, man. A fight that started off to seem like it was going to just be one of those grappling matches that everybody gets bored by. The crowd was booing. And Joshua Van's able to get up and put on a show on the feet. Tatsuro Taira, though, the durability, the heart to stay in there and take all of that damage until he just couldn't take it anymore. I mean, what a fucking fight, man. That's a hell of a championship fight there. Shows Joshua Van can fight through adversity. Shows that Joshua Van deserves to have that title right now. A hard-fought win to defend his title for the first time after everybody just completely has talked down on him for the way that he won the title in the first place. And Joshua Van puts on a show against a tough opponent. He was the underdog. He comes in and shows and proves why he's the champion and that he deserves to keep that belt. Tatsuro Taira pissed off that the fight got called, but he was not defending. He wasn't showing anything in the way of recovering, except for the fact that he wasn't gonna just be flat on his back and out cold. There's nothing else you can do when you're taking that many shots on the feet. There's nothing else the ref can do but to call that fight. Sure, people are gonna say, hey, maybe it was called too early, but I think Taira would have just continued to get beat on the feet and continue to take damage. And look at his face, man. His face tells a story that he lost that fight. And when you continuously get hit on the feet like that, there's nothing you can do. The ref made the right call. I think it was a good one. And Joshua Van gets the win to defend his title for the first time and show and prove that he deserves to be the champion right now. It was pretty clear, man, for sure. Thanks for jumping in, Clark. I appreciate you. And I know it says Deidre's name, but I bet it's Josh. But either which way, thank you guys for jumping in as well. It's been a fun stream, man. It's been a fun stream. Some decent fights. And I'm excited for this fucking main event. This shit's going to go off the chain. I don't know how it's not going to be just a phenomenal fight between Khamzat and Strickland. They're going to come in with fire. I guarantee they're going to have all the security in the world in there. And let's just hope that the fight pulls through to be a good one. But yeah, Joshua Van, what a fucking impressive performance, man. I can't believe it went that way, but that was a hell of a fight. Official announcement. Here we go. Fifth round TKO and still Joshua Van. Appreciate it, Clark. Thank you. Miss you in here, man, but thanks for jumping in. Holy shit, what a fight. It's fun to do these by myself. You know, I get to really talk about every single aspect of the fight and stuff like that, but I do miss my boys being in here with me too. So don't get it twisted. I miss you guys, but, you know, I'll keep it going by myself if I have to. And, you know, shit's looking good right now, so not bad. This is a big fight, though. I expected a lot of traffic, and I thought, you know, a lot of people showed a lot of interest. My episode on Thursday did pretty well. You know, I just think that a lot of people are interested in this fight coming up for the main card or for the main event. And, you know, I was talking earlier about a TikTok I saw showing a comparison to the Khabib and Conor fight, comparing it to the way that Strickland and Khamzat are handling things right now, and it's pretty close, man. But it's a pretty close comparison. They're saying a lot of the same things, and when it comes down to it, you know, what we saw at the end of that fight was Khabib coming in with the big win over Conor. And if that's the, you know, if history repeats itself, they're putting Strickland in the position of Conor and Khamzat in the position of Khabib. So, you know, if history repeats itself, we're gonna see a win from Khamzat here. But you never know, man. There's always the potential for Strickland to really put on a show. He's a maniac, so I wouldn't put it past him to get a win, but we'll see. Cheers to everybody out there. Appreciate you guys for the support. Thank you guys for jumping in. Thank you guys for sticking around, and thank you for all the interaction. Let's keep it going for this main event, and let's hope for a good one here coming up. Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland for the middleweight championship of the UFC, and it's the main event. Let's hope for a great one. Congrats to Joshua Van for coming back, man. He was getting controlled on the ground. There was like nothing going on there for a minute. It just seemed like Taira was content being on top, controlling, but Joshua Van was able to turn it around, get back to his feet, and really put in the work on the feet. So he shows and proves that he can fight through adversity and come out on top. Hell of a win for Joshua Van. And I'm pretty happy for him too. I like Taira, but Joshua Van is a good guy, and I'm happy to see him get the win. So hopefully he gets that rematch against Pantoja to show and prove that he's the real champ. If he can beat Pantoja straight up, then Clark. If he can show and prove that he can beat Pantoja straight up, then yeah, it'll solidify that championship for him even more than it just did. What do you guys think of this belt? Have you seen the pictures of the Freedom 250 belt? It's pretty dope. Look at the screen now. You got the American flag behind the UFC. The stars going out there. You got the stars on the sides. It says White House card. It's pretty dope. Man, now we just got to sit here and wait for this main card. I mean, main event. It's yeah, it's going to be crazy. Chimaev by submission -105, Strickland 25 plus strikes in round 1 plus 200, -110 for under 2.5 rounds. Those are interesting numbers. But man, I'm excited for this main event. Because all the bad blood, you know, it just kind of all comes to a head here. So we'll see if they can live up to the hype, and we'll see how good of a fight it's going to be. And we're almost there, so not a bad night of fight so far. You know, it got a little stagnant there for a minute with a bunch of decisions, but Strickland is donezo. I'm surprised you're not going for Strickland, honestly, Clark. Oh shit. You guys in this bed. Strickland looks locked in, man. But who knows? I feel like this is such a toss-up of a fight. Van called him Pinocha. I didn't even listen. I was too busy talking. Oh man, these fucking commercials. This is the shit that drives me crazy because I'm just like, after that fight, I was so fucking hyped. You know, I'm so hyped after that fight. That was such a good fight. And then you just get brought down by these fucking commercials. It's just like, God damn it. Can we just get to the main event now? I think Strickland has a decent chance at giving it a go at winning. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that Chimaev wins. But, you know, that's just me just knowing how Strickland is. And it seems like the guy, I think my TV is logged in. Might have to try it. Yeah, I feel like Strickland is that guy that'll win when you don't want him to. So that's what I keep getting this nagging feeling in the back of my head that like Strickland's gonna pull something out of his ass here. But I mean, with the way Chimaev beat DDP, I think he might think that he's gonna be able to do the same thing to Strickland, especially with the fact that he claims that he was just super dominant over Strickland in training. And even though the training videos didn't really show too much, you know, for those videos that he released, I still think that Chimaev might just think that whatever he saw in training is all he's going to see out of Strickland here. But I think Strickland has something to surprise him. So hopefully it's just a good battle between both of them and not just, you know, lay and pray kind of shit like Khamzat did against DDP. That was a dominant win for Khamzat over DDP, right? Chimaev going to win and won't last past the third round. I mean, most people think that if Chimaev wins, it's going to go all five and he's going to win by decision because he's going to, you know, take him down and hold him there. But I don't think Strickland's going to allow that to happen. So maybe that forces Chimaev to fight back and that changes the outcome. You know what I'm saying? What up, Antoine? I just told my friend we can all agree to disagree. Oh, shit. Are you talking about the stoppage with Van and Taira right now? I feel like Taira was, oh man. Yeah, Strickland in the fourth. Ooh, okay. I mean, that is a possibility. They're saying if Strickland wins, he's going to win later in the round. If he can stuff Chimaev's takedowns and not allow him to get success with those takedowns, there is a possibility that Strickland takes advantage and takes over in the later rounds. So it's not a bad shout there, Josh. I think it's funny that Strickland goes around talking about how fucking Chimaev's a bully or whatever, but that's all Strickland does is talk shit and bully other people verbally. You know what I'm saying? So maybe Chimaev bullies people physically, but Strickland is a verbal bully. He talks mad shit about everything possible. So I don't know why he thinks he's above it all, because I think he's just as bad. But it's hilarious. I mean, he's going to have to put up or shut up right now in the cage because the time is now to show and prove that you're better. Otherwise, all cap. We'll see, man. I never count anybody out completely. Clark and Josh, did you see my text, by the way? If not, check it. I have to pee so bad, but I am not getting up. I'm not going to get up because I feel like if I get up, it's going to be bad. So I don't want to get up. I want to stay here locked in and ready to go. And I hate the anticipation of the lead up to the fucking main event always. It drives me nuts, especially when we had a fight like that. it's yeah, it's one of those things. I'm just like, let's get this fucking going. But of course, with the main event is where we actually get the walkouts, we actually get the announcements, and all of that. Still going up too, by the way. But yeah, it's one of those things that just gets you. This is what's crazy about fucking when you have a co-main event that's so good. And I just hope it carries over into this main event so that it's as good as that co-main. Unless we get a crazy early finish, you know? I'm just curious to see how Sean's gonna do against somebody like Khamzat. You know what I'm saying? Here we go though. Getting ready for these walkouts. Appreciate it, Clark. Hilarious walkout music for Strickland. So, I mean, I lost my parlay, but on my picks for against the fight wheel predictions, I'm winning. I think I'm 3-1 right now. So that's pretty good. I'm hoping to get the win here, but I don't know. Sean's gonna walk him down and drop Freedom on his head. Oh shit.
Damn, son.
That's pretty funny, Josh. One of these days, though, you're gonna have to explain to me why the fuck you're always on Deidre's on Deidre's YouTube. Maybe you're watching the fight on one and on the YouTube on the other. I don't know, but that's hilarious. We'll see, man. We'll see. I mean, I think Sean Strickland has a chance. I'm not counting him out completely. I did pick Khamzat in my picks, but I'm not counting out Sean Strickland at all. I think that he has a decent chance. Go pee and be comfortable for the fight. No worries. We will chill. Nah, man. I'm locked in. I'm good. I'm gonna wait it out. He's not allowed to speak. She's logged in first. Oh, okay. TKO, love the commercial money. What was I looking up? Oh shit, I was doing something. We'll see if he stays calm, man. Too funny on the freedom comment. That's Josh for you, though, man. He comes up with some good shit every once in a while. Man, Sean Strickland. Whew, all business right now. All business. He definitely is locked in. Occasionally. Strickland gonna plug. Oh shit. Oh.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Dude, this is I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Like you get those feelings sometimes with some of these matchups and you're like, of course it's gonna be such a letdown if it's a shitty fucking fight. But I just don't know how to feel like this isn't gonna be a crazy fight. It's an undeniable feeling right now. Clark, this is the problem though, man. You go all in sometimes so hardcore that it scares me because then, you know, when like you turn out to be wrong sometimes on those. So, and I'm really, really surprised you're going against the guy who is all about America. You know what I'm saying? Here we go with Khamzat's walkout. Oh, man. Dude, Khamzat, you know, it's one of those things where Khamzat's elite grappling, pressure, defensive boxing, and cardio is all his weapons against Sean. And you know, they hate each other so much. It's like, is that gonna weigh on them? Is that gonna cause an issue when it comes to the integrity of the fight? You know what I mean? Are they gonna be too emotionally invested and make bad decisions and make mistakes in the middle of the fight? Who's gonna fight more emotional, or are they gonna both lock in and just be professional and fight the fight that they know how to fight? But Khamzat has a way of getting people down and holding them there, and then putting them in bad positions to get submissions. But with Sean Strickland, he's got that good takedown defense. You know, he has the Philly shell that he carries, and he always finds a way to just get a win. So, and you know, obviously he's lost before, but as of late, he's, against somebody like Fluffy Hernandez, who I really thought he was going to have trouble with, he just handled him. And while that pissed me off, because I was definitely going for Fluffy, Sean, that's what makes me not doubt the fact that he could have a good chance against Chimaev right now. But Chimaev is so overly dominant, undefeated. You know, he goes in there and he's always the favorite, and he's always the one to come out on top. It's just, it's hard to believe that now that he has the title that he's going to give that up quickly against somebody like Sean Strickland. But Sean Strickland, being the former champion that he is, you can't put anything past him. He's hungry to go out there and get the belt back. And he's finally found his way back to an opportunity to get that belt back. So yeah, it's skins. Oh my God, Clark. Oh man. The bad blood though, that's definitely gonna play a part in this, and we'll see what's this cage entrance gonna look like. So much security in there, it's insane. They're not gonna have another Manel Kape versus now they're not gonna have another Manel Kape versus Muhammad Mukayev. They didn't even let him face off in the ceremonial weigh-ins. So look at Sean, man. He looks locked in. Holy shit. Khamzat's just his normal self, you know? Half smirk on his face, ready to go, staring each other down, pacing. Ooh, this is tense, man. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Can Sean Strickland keep it on the feet? That's the question. If he keeps it standing for the most part and keeps Chimaev from getting those takedowns easily, he can frustrate him and hopefully work him with that striking. But I don't know. Here's your matchup. Sean Strickland coming off a win. Khamzat Chimaev on a 9-fight win streak in the UFC, 15-0 overall. Never been finished, never been stopped, never lost. Strickland, we know, has some losses behind him, but coming off a big win over Fluffy Hernandez, who a lot of people counted him out against. So the hate is real in this one. It definitely is. These motherfuckers are full of hate and bad blood right now. And that's what's going to make this fucking interesting and fun to watch. And I can't wait. Let's not drag it on too much, Bruce. Get this motherfucker going. Hurry up, cuz
my balls was hot.
I don't. Oh shit! Did that come through? I didn't hear it. Damn it!
Hey, listen, you guys. I gotta be your daddy in the game. Yeah, I squeeze all the juice out of you, man. You bitch. You shouldn't be allowed in this fucking country.
I'm just playing all of the clips from the press conference. Let's fucking go.
Oh yeah, you fucking Chechen fucking whore.
Just one more chicken. I'm gonna take his head off.
Oh, it did come through. Good. I'm just trying to get myself to not jump out of my fucking skin here, waiting for this shit to get going. I love Bruce Buffer, but it's like, let's fucking go. God damn, look at all that security. It's insane. No, I ain't going nowhere, Infinity. That shit's put on the back burner. I'll forget about it in a minute. I could have gone and had it done already, but I don't want to move. Nah, he hasn't broken his face at all. No smiling, no nothing, barely blinking. Khamzat with the little smirk, but that's always like what he does. Minus 490 favorite for Khamzat. Can Khamzat come out and defend his title after beating Dricus du Plessis by dominant performance? Is he going to win the same way? Is it going to be different? Let's get it going. Are they even going to let him get close? Look at everybody in there. Okay, they touched gloves. I'm surprised. See, I like this. I like this. You know why? Because I'm scared for the assassin right now. I like this because you know what? They're saying, "Hey, let's fucking get in there. Let's do it. It's time to go. It's business time." And if they're both about the business, this shit is going to get going. So, uh-oh, there's the smile from Strickland. There's that stare from Khamzat. Holy fuck, let's get it going, boys. Let's get it fucking going. I don't even want to cheer anybody on. I just want to see a great fucking fight. Let's go. Start of the first round. Here we go. Chimaev coming out with the kick and missing. Kick to the body. Lands. And he goes for the takedown right away. And he gets Strickland to the ground. Not even any kind of defense from Strickland. But Strickland punching to the head quickly. He's got his back up against the cage. Only his butt and his legs are on the ground. Khamzat not doing a whole lot. Now finally throwing a little bit of punches, but trying to flatten out Strickland, I'd assume. Strickland trying to get back to his feet right now. Khamzat drags him back down. Strickland back to a knee. On his feet with a hand down. Back down. It's going to be a lot of this, guys. I mean, unfortunately, I didn't think that he'd get Strickland down that quick, but obviously he did. But like I said, Strickland doesn't get held down for too long, and he's gotten back up to his feet a couple times. But now Khamzat gets his back, and Strickland already looks like he's annoyed. Fuck, man. I really didn't think it was going to go like this early. But we'll see. You know, we kind of started with Tatsuro Taira doing this to Joshua Van, and then we saw what happened. Yeah, Strickland's not getting held down, though, so that's good. He's slow rolling it, too. Like, he's not exerting too much energy. He keeps getting back to, you know, 1 foot on the ground instead of completely flattened out. Chimaev's on his back now. Oh, Sean rolled. Chimaev's got a body lock, trying to get that choke in. Strickland's got a hold of his hands, though. That's a good thing for Sean. Strickland seems calm, so that's a good thing for him. He's got Khamzat's hands tied up, so he can't really do much right now. Khamzat's still working the legs, though. There he goes, trying to get that choke in there. Sean's fighting it off. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to exert a lot of energy just to, you know, fight in the hands like this. Khamzat's not doing a whole lot. He's just holding him in. Sean's looking to turn around, but Khamzat gets the back again, takes him down. Almost gets him full mount. Now he scrambles to the back again. Just fluid transitions for Khamzat. No matter where Sean goes, he has a way to get in the dominant position. I get it, man, but you know, it's a chess match right now with these two. Khamzat, this is what he does. So Sean's going to try to find a way to defend all of this, make his way back to his feet. When he gets some separation, he's going to try to put it on Khamzat. But, you know, we saw Khamzat take control of DDP and not allow him to get up ever. And Sean's already doing a better job than DDP did at defending, but he's still not able to really get up to his feet completely. And he's still letting Khamzat take him down to the ground and control him. So, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's going to be a tough one until Sean can get his separation and get up off of this position. Khamzat finally throwing some punches on the ground. Sean still scrambling. Oh, Sean gets up, but then Khamzat just throws him back to the ground, takes his back again. He keeps getting high on that back mount, but Sean isn't, you know, taking the back door and getting out of there. Khamzat's got some blood on his nose. I wonder where that came from. Over 4 minutes of control time for Khamzat. So this first round's definitely going to him unless something crazy happens in his last 30 seconds of the first round. Strickland's doing a good job of defending, but now Khamzat's really got that choke in there. It's over the chin instead of under the chin of Sean, and he's defending. Oh shit, there we go. Khamzat got it in there now. Nope, still on the chin. I thought it was under. We got 5 seconds left. Sean doing a good job of defending everything right now. Staying active and not just being complacent in any position. He's not allowing Khamzat to really settle in. He's keeping the movement going, and he's flowing with Khamzat. He just can't seem to get his way back up to his feet after Khamzat takes him down. And that's going to pose a problem as the fight continues to go on, because he's going to get tired from trying to defend those takedowns. He's going to get tired from trying to defend the hands, from getting the submissions. And at one point, it's going to get so frustrating that, you know, if he lets it take over, he's going to wind up, you know, falling into a submission or just being controlled the entire fight. He's going to have to find a way to stay off of his back, off of the mat, and create some space to allow him to get some strikes landed. I get it. I think it's Mark. I understand what you're saying, man, but it is what it is. It's what we got. Let's hope for something different here in the second round. I was hoping to see some crazy action, especially after that first title fight. It was a fun fight, and it was some crazy exchanges. Let's hope that things change right now. Sean's not really using that normal defense on the feet that he uses, not as prominent. Chimaev bouncing around. Strickland throwing some strikes, trying to get in there. Let's see how quickly or how long it takes before he goes for that takedown. Sean standing straight up, man. He always does, but I feel like that's a detriment right now because it just leaves his legs wide open for getting taken down. Good counter on that right hand, though, for Sean. Trying to put some combinations together. Khamzat doing a good job of defending with the hands. Sean just, it feels like his punches are lazy because he doesn't put a lot behind it. But at the same time, I guess that saves some energy. Maybe he can, you know, clip him a little bit and then jump on him. But his punches just like look lazy. Maybe he's just not trying to overcommit so he doesn't get taken down. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he's landing the jabs here and there, so that's good. We saw that there was a little bit of a cut on the bridge of Khamzat's nose, but Khamzat landed a good punch there, a good jab. Sean followed up with a couple. There's the takedown attempt. Sean defends somewhat, winds up on the ground, but on top of Khamzat this time. What can he do with this? Khamzat gets the full mount right away, but Strickland has Chimaev on his back. Can Sean wear Khamzat out? It's a possibility. You know, we're only in the second round, but can he wear him out? Right now, Sean not doing a whole lot with it, but he's on top. Khamzat already putting his head down on the mat too. That's a little concerning. Khamzat trying to sneak a triangle in there possibly. Pushes Sean away, and now he gets up. Now they're back on their feet in the middle of the cage. Sean throwing a jab. Khamzat countering. Ooh, good combination by Sean. Khamzat goes in for the takedown. Sean Strickland defends. That's good. Khamzat goes to his back. That's concerning for Khamzat right now. No way he's gassed already that he goes to his back after failing a takedown attempt. That's insane. He blew his load already? Like, what the fuck?
Hey, no diddy, man. No diddy.
See, this is what I was talking about. Sean has the ability to stuff the takedowns, and if that frustrates Khamzat, and I almost feel like Khamzat put too much into those first takedowns in the first round, and he put a lot of effort into it, and now Sean's on top, controlling Khamzat, which is kind of crazy. He's inside control. He's not doing a whole lot just yet, but he's looking for an opportunity to possibly land some elbows. He's controlling Khamzat at the moment. 1 minute and 9 seconds left in the second round. What are you going to do with it, Sean? What are you going to do with it? You're in the dominant position. Don't fucking hump his leg like you tell everybody else that does this. You say they all hump your leg. Don't do it. You're humping his leg right now. Throw some punches. I mean, it's super surprising that he's even in this position already in the second round. But, I mean, what good is this doing for him right now except for winning him this round? If it doesn't continue this way, then it doesn't do a whole lot for him. So I hate to be negative about it, but it's a good sign for Strickland. But come on, do something with it. You know what I'm saying? Unless he's strategically just trying to wear out Khamzat, and I can understand that. But instead, he's the one controlling at the end of the round, and that's a good sign for Sean. So we'll see how Khamzat comes out in that third round, because this is definitely changing things up a little bit. Khamzat showing some signs of damage on his face. On the nose, on the forehead. This is interesting, man. After 2 rounds, we got 1-1. Man, I don't like the look on Khamzat's face, man. Sean looking like he did when he started. And Khamzat looking like he's annoyed and frustrated. And a little defeated. Can he dig deep, though? Here we go. Start of the 3rd round. Khamzat coming out with some strikes of his own. Big right hand by Khamzat. Doesn't seem to phase Strickland much, but it landed. Ooh, Khamzat throwing big combinations, but Strickland ducks out of the way. Ooh, good left hand by Sean. Body kicks back to back from Khamzat, and then a straight left by Khamzat. Ooh, Khamzat landed another left as Sean tried to come in to land a couple punches of his own. Ooh, Khamzat again with he's landing that left jab. Khamzat looking like he's looking for openings on the feet. Hasn't gone in for a takedown just yet. We got 3:48 left in the 3rd round. Man, this is interesting as hell. I can't believe this is the way this fight is going so far. Exchanging jabs here. Strickland catches him with one there. Ooh, Khamzat landed a good jab again. Let's go. Turn it up, Strickland. If this is the time, man. This is the fucking time. There you go. Big right hand by Strickland. Not necessarily going for Strickland, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, is he finally going to be the one to fucking get rid of Chimaev and give him his first loss? Chimaev looking like he might be a little bit gassed right now. Ooh, big left hand, though. Hasn't gone for a takedown just yet. And we're more than halfway into the 3rd round. Maybe Khamzat's takedown defense is wearing on Strickland's takedown defense is wearing on Khamzat. Strickland landing a couple jabs there. Another jab landed by Strickland. Ooh, big right hand by Strickland. Another jab. Khamzat looking to land a combo of his own, but he misses. Okay, I can't wait any longer. In the middle of the next round, I got to run and pee. Too many liquids for me. It's getting bad. I should have done it in the beginning. It is what it is. Strickland still has a little head movement. Yeah. He's definitely got a good defense for everything for the most part. Right now, though, landing those jabs is a good thing. It's going to start wearing on Khamzat. Little slow roll here. I feel like both of them are taking a little bit of time in this round. Not that they're taking it off, but I think they're both taking it easy a little bit. Seeing what they can land. Seeing if they get a big opening. Not a bad, idea for both of them, but... Ooh, good exchange there from both of them. I don't know if they're tired. Maybe they're just trying to, kind of hold the energy in for now and not exert too much. Sean Strickland's nose is looking a little busted up at this point from all those jabs that he's been taking from Khamzat. Here we go. 43 seconds left. Strickland's winning in significant strikes 2 out of the 3 rounds. Just exchanging jabs right here, man. Holy shit. I'm just waiting for somebody to pop something off. Oh, shit. Strickland stumbled a little bit there. I don't know if that was a trip or a slip or what, but he got hit. Oh, Chimaev with a good stiff jab right there. 10 seconds left. No takedown attempts whatsoever from Chimaev in the 3rd round. And I am going to be right back. Please don't leave me. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Here we go. 4th round. This is going to get interesting here, I think. Somebody's got to turn it up. Ooh, good exchange there. They both landed. Good left hand by Chimaev. Body kick by Chimaev. They're both getting some good shots in there. They're both showing damage on the face. 10-9 Chimaev in the super close 3rd round. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, big right hand by Chimaev. Yeah, we'll see. Somebody's got to gain some confidence and some momentum here. I don't know that we're going to have another 3rd round like we just did. You know, the same kind of round. Not a lot of fire coming out of either one of these guys. You know, I thought maybe we'd see some shit talking or some, you know, kind of showboating, but I think it's been such an even matchup that, you know, maybe they're just they're just locked in on strategy. Strickland's nose is busted up. Three minutes, 5 seconds left in the 4th round. Good body kick by Chimaev. And then he follows up with a jab. Sean's head movement had kind of stopped. You know what I'm saying? Like, he usually keeps the head off the center line, and he's just kind of left it there. So Chimaev's landing those stiff jabs. That's what's busted up his nose. See? Still there. Oh, big right hand by Chimaev, but followed up with a counter left from Sean. Sean landing a couple jabs of his own. Khamzat still not any takedown attempts since the 2nd round. And we're over halfway into the 4th round. Maybe Chimaev found a rhythm on the feet. Maybe he feels like Sean's punches aren't doing much to him. And since Sean's takedown defense was doing pretty good, maybe he feels like, you know, showing off the skills on the feet. That was a good right hand by Chimaev. Another good combination by Chimaev. Ooh, Strickland landed a good jab there. This is just a chess match at this point. Who can get the best move in there and land? Good jab by Strickland. Khamzat's like herky-jerky defense. He moves his hands and Strickland's timing it just right to land those jabs in there. If Khamzat just kept his hands up, maybe he'd be able to block some of those shots, but Strickland's throwing them right down the middle and landing them. But Khamzat's landing them on Sean too, so pretty dead even on the feet right now. Strickland's feet getting heavy? Maybe. I think those punches are wearing on him at the moment. There's that takedown defense or takedown attempt by Chimaev, and he gets the takedown, puts him on his back or on his butt. Now taking his back. Sean up on 1 foot, up on 2 feet with a hand down. Chimaev trying to drag him back down. 28 seconds left in the 4th round. Strickland's still proving that he's got some good takedown defense, not settling down and allowing Chimaev to be dominant in these takedowns. While Chimaev was getting the takedowns, Sean's not settling and just taking it like DDP did. I think Chimaev, look, a little show of respect there too. Where's that fire though, man? We need that fucking fire. We need that hate, that hatred that they had for each other. We need that shit to kick in this last round. Who's hungry? Who's got more gas in the tank? You know what I'm saying? That fire needs to show up, and it needs to burn under your ass to get you going, because somebody's got to take advantage of something here in this last round. Last 5 minutes, is Chimaev going to be able to defend his belt, or is Sean Strickland going to be the first one to stop Khamzat, give him his first L, and retain, or regain that title he once had? That's the question here. They beat the hate out of each other. Yeah, man, both of their faces look pretty beat up. You know, Sean has a big ass nose anyway, but that thing's pretty swollen. We've seen they besties now. We've seen his nose just leaking. Khamzat's got a lot of damage on his face. Fuck the respect, bro. Let's get this shit. Give the respect after. Get to it. Throw down. Let's go. Chimaev goes in for the takedown right away. Gets Sean to the ground. Sean wraps up his head, but Chimaev pushes him to the cage. Sean's so good at getting back up, though, but Khamzat throws him back down to the ground. Sean back up on his feet. Khamzat trying to tie up that leg, but is unsuccessful. Sean back on his feet, face to face, chest to chest. They let love in. Oh, shit.
Another one.
Chimaev trying to get him down. Sean with the reversal. Back to their feet, though. Chimaev trying to get the trip. Sean still relentless. Holding his ground. He's on one knee, but... Oof. Chimaev just keeps dragging him down up against that cage. There we go. Backed him out. I think that's what's affecting Chimaev, is he's not able to get control of Sean and be dominant and get whatever position he wants on him. Sean is defending well and not just settling into and giving into that takedown. He winds up back on his feet and able to exchange on the feet again. But what can he do with it? You know what I mean? Because I think Khamzat might be up at the moment. Khamzat's shown some pretty decent skills on the feet too. you know, defensively and offensively. Oof. Sean's nose is busted the fuck up. But look at Chimaev's forehead. Shows all the damage. But it's really just in red marks and shit. It's not, you know, not like it's super swollen or anything like that. Little bit of blood from a small cut, it looks like. Now Sean's eye's leaking a little bit. Strickland on points, huh? I don't know, man. It feels pretty close. Right now, it looks like Strickland's putting up some good output. Strickland just relentless with the pot shots, landing jabs here and there. Hoping it adds up. We got 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the 5th round. 100 plus significant strike performances in UFC 11 for Sean Strickland. Damn. A lot of output, man. A lot of volume. Sean's just putting in the work, man. And Khamzat's not able to stop him at the moment. Sean's connecting with every punch. Oh, there's a big right hand by Khamzat. If Khamzat can sneak in a couple more of those big right hands, man, they could wear on Sean, because those are big punches. Sean's landing pot shots and jabs, and they're not snapping Khamzat's head back. They're just kind of landing, which that'll add up. But Khamzat's landing the bigger shots, and there goes the takedown attempt. Shit, kind of gets him down, but, you know, Strickland just gets back up quickly, man. Khamzat trying to drag him and keep him on the ground. We got 1:05 left in the 5th round. Sean just took a look at the time. Khamzat's still taking him down. We got less than a minute, Infinity. I think he's gonna last. Yeah, this is a bad spot for Strickland at the moment, but he's back up on his feet now. Khamzat still has him in the clinch, though. And they separate. Oh, shit. Strickland needs to get to work right now. Last 30 seconds, just get to work, man. Get to fucking work. Oh, Khamzat's just looking beat up. Oh, big right hand by Khamzat, but he got countered with the left from Sean. 15 seconds left. Turn it up, boys. Turn it up. Ooh, big right hand just missed by Khamzat. Sean just missed with a big uppercut. Teep kick by Sean. Oof. Good exchanges here. That's it. It's over. This is close, man. This is close. I don't know. This is close. I don't know, because I feel like Sean did a good job there. Khamzat won. Yeah, I could see it going either way, man. I'm fucking I am torn right now. I don't know. I think having to pee in the middle of all of it had my brain on just cruise mode, and I wasn't paying I was paying attention, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't over analytical about it. I'm worried, man. I don't know. Yeah, this is cheers to you guys. We'll wait and see what we got here. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the viewership. I appreciate all the interaction, guys. Thank you for keeping it going. This has been fun. I think Champ is keeping it. Yeah, I mean, it is a definite possibility. He got enough takedowns. He landed a lot of good shots, but Sean did a good job at defending, a good job at getting back on his feet quickly. But, you know, the takedowns are the takedowns, and they count regardless of what you do with it. Unless it's just nothing but, you know, constant takedowns and doing nothing. They both had the striking in there. They both landed a lot of shots. It was, you know, it's an interesting fight, and I'm just, man, it's going to be interesting to see what this outcome is. Both of them think they won. Sean's holding his hand up. Let's see if Sean can become a 2-time champion in the middleweight division, or will Khamzat defend for the first time? That big right. Holy shit by Sean. I mean, by Khamzat. And it's not even 10 o'clock. I thought it was like fucking 10:30 by this point. I've been so locked in. Yeah, really close fight, man. Sean Strickland, more significant strikes, 133 to 98, 6% advancing to 43% for Chimaev, winning that one. 9 out of 13 takedowns for Chimaev, 0 for 1 for Strickland. 6 minutes of ground control time for Khamzat, 3 minutes for Strickland. Strickland really only won on the significant strikes. Is that enough to win him the fight? I don't know. 22K, Clark. 22.8. All right, official decision. Here we go. Strickland won, says Vibe Vision. Okay. Let's go. Official decision right now. (48-47) Chimaev. 48-47 Strickland. Split decision. Split decision. And Sean Strickland gets the fucking win. Holy shit, bro. Holy shit. I really wouldn't have been able to tell you if that was going to be the case. Khamzat, humble in defeat. He gives Sean the respect. They both give each other respect. Holy shit, bro. I don't know, man. I was back and forth. I didn't really know what to think after all of that. But damn, what a hard fought fucking battle. I can't believe it. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it could have gone either way, Clark. To be honest with you, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. And once again, champion, Sean Strickland.
Hey, listen, you guys.
He's apologizing. He went too hard, he said. He respects everybody.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Wow. I actually can't believe that shit. I actually can't believe that shit. This is what Sean said every time he thought he had it good.
Hey, pussy, are you still there?
And Khamzat said yes. Wow. I can't believe he's giving it up like this, man. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. Holy shit. Listen, it wasn't the craziness that the co-main event was, but I'll tell you right now, it was interesting. And the fact that I did not know who the fuck won that at the end of it makes it, you know, it made it good. Hey, Shaikh, how you doing? Appreciate you for jumping in. Yeah, man. I mean, at the end of it, like, I couldn't decide who I thought won that fight. And to be honest with you, I wasn't surprised whichever way it went because of the way that fight went. So, I mean, that's a hell of a way for that fight to go down. We had 2 title fights. We had 2 interesting fights for those titles, especially after a couple decisions in a row, after a bunch of finishes. So, yeah, man, interesting night of fights. I appreciate everybody who joined in. I appreciate everybody who viewed the stream. Thank you guys. This was a crazy fight. This was a crazy night of fights. I appreciate everything. Sean Strickland won, man. So if you didn't know, sorry for the spoiler alert, but there you go. Yeah, this was a fun stream. I appreciate everybody for jumping in, everybody for interacting. Thank you guys for all the support. I appreciate you. I got a bunch of new subscribers during this, and I can't tell you how grateful I am. It was a fun night of fights, and not even knowing that I was going to stream tonight made that even better. So hello to all the new viewers out there. Appreciate all you guys. Great night of fights, great stream. Appreciate everybody. Listen, if you're new here, make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I will be going live tomorrow night for a recap of UFC 328, so join me as we talk about everything that happened tonight with all the fights from the bottom to the top, all the prelims, all the main cards. I appreciate everybody for jumping in. Come back tomorrow for the recap of UFC 328. That's it for me. I'm out of here. Take it easy. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your night.